Welcome to LoganRobo's channel, broadcasting live on twitch.tv/LoganRobo and on youtube.com/LoganRobo. Tonight's game is Ace Attorney Investigations 2, Prosecutor's Gambit. As we wind down the first case, Turnabout Trigger, just to make sure that we upset all the internet weirdos out there, we're featuring 50% more deflated human characters. Thank you for tuning in to twitch.tv/LoganRobo and youtube.com/LoganRobo. Please enjoy the stream. And we are we're live, but there's a TTS.
Dear chat, Rook rhymes with book. Logan just hates me, crying face.
I feel like TTS Girl kind of undermines that by saying Rook rhymes with book. But thank you very much, Ruka, for the 10 bits. See, TTS, if you're mad at me, you gotta be mad at TTS Girl as well. I'm just saying, she's got my back. But how you doing, Ruka? Thank you so much for the 10 bits. I appreciate that. Also, did they... I haven't been really paying attention to the main menu thing. It wasn't always this. Does the main menu change depending on what case we're in? So this one, it's showing the president and Knight and Bastion Rook, as we apparently have to call him now. How's everybody doing? I see Bumbo is here first, saying present. I don't know if Extemporaneous did a random Transformers check. I think if it comes in like early enough in the day, it'll have like auto refresh before I check here. So if I missed it, I'm sorry, Extemporaneous. Queen Katie says howdy. Wow, Logan going live before 9:40 p.m. my time. That's so cool. I like that 1 minute. 1 minute beforehand. Come on. It said also earlier today I gave Sid an insane summary of the case so far. It was fun. Doc says, will today be the finale? Here's the thing, it'll be the finale of the opening case. But that's like being like, the tutorial as the finale. It's just a very long tutorial. But I don't know if you guys saw on Discord, it is Doc's birthday. So once we get like everybody all settled in here, we gotta sing happy birthday to Doc. That's the rules. Queekitty said, oh yeah, spoiler chat made a poll/bet on if you're clearing this case tonight or not. It's a 50-50 split? Are you kidding? We're done with it. We figured out everything. The guy had a breakdown. What is left to do? Wow. And Doc says, I voted no. Okay, well, let's go ahead and load up the game then. I feel pretty good about where we're at right now, but maybe that's just me being overly optimistic. I can't have flashbacks.
I know when I'm not wanted. Not really, I have a cold thing going on and only stayed up to say hi to the stream and leave. Good night, Logan.
Well, good night, Rukov. Thank you so much for being here. Get some rest, get some sleep, get feeling better from your cold. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. Get plenty of rest. Fluids, I think, help. Medicine if needed. But get feeling better, Rukov. Thank you for being here. You're awesome. Good night. We are modless. I did see that I think Crystal was over in Nora's chat for some Persona Foreign that's going on over there. But so hopefully she'll be here eventually to prevent purges. Because I don't want to get stabbed. Like, I'm just barely getting my voice back. Anyway, thank you for the 10 bits, Rukov. Let's play some more game. Yeah, I'm only doing my job as a knight and protecting my king. Woo, woo. There's live ammo in this. This is highly dangerous. Oh, but it looks so cool. So go ahead, keep running your mouth. Perhaps it would be better if we stuck to threatening each other with words. Hey, what at? What he? Nah, I don't need this thing to shut you up. All right, my move. Question. You claim I fired my gun from on stage. How do you figure I did that in front of a crowd of thousands? Well, we got the photo of him like blocking his gun-slinging hand with the briefcase. Oh, crap, a pull! Says purge, question mark. No, nope, nuh-uh. Staple, Logan? What staple? Staple me? What is stapling me entail? I mean, I think I've got a stapler on my desk. Why do you want to staple me, and to what? Thank you, whoever made the poll. See, Bumbo says, should we do a prediction on if Logan will finish the case before the 3-hour mark? I mean, I guess if you guys want to. Again, I feel like we gotta be really close, but sure. You know what, in fact, let's go ahead and do that. I think that, actually, you know, we'll wait for the poll to be done first, because like it'll get in the way, they'll like stack and block each other, huh?
Can't put stab in polls.
Oh, so staple means stab. Ah, okay, I didn't know the cool people lingo. I'm not hip to the younger stabby generation. But thank you very much, Ruka, for the 10 bits. I do appreciate that. Beowulf says, hello, Lonely Man. How you doing, Beowulf? Good to see you here. So yeah, we're probably gonna do like Bumbo suggested. But I should just, first of all, ask everybody, how are all of you? Bumbo, Queen Katie, Doc, Rukov, Beowulf? How is everybody? And like I said, once we get everybody in here, we're gonna sing happy birthday to Doc. So let's see. How do you figure I did that in front of a crowd of thousands? An excellent point. Time for my counter move, I suppose. You had a certain something that allowed you to conceal your actions. Is it gonna be in my, do I show the picture or do we have the evidence of the briefcase? Like, do we show that or do we show the photo of him using it? I feel like the game is gonna be mean to me. Hopefully it'll allow us to present either. A certain something, huh? Mighty specific. What did Knight use to hide his actions from the crowd? I don't like how this game takes away my save button as soon as there are negative consequences to my actions. It makes me feel like I need to actually remember to save like a real player. My attaché case. Oh, I'm sweating so much. Oh, I hope you don't see my sweating cartoon droplets. Yes, take a look at Kay's. Take a look at Kay's photograph. Every time you do that, man laughs. And the poll is done, and Nope won with 67% of the vote. Second place was Staple Logan. Well, since it is a different word than stab, you can't actually stab me. I'm just saying. See, Bubba says, oh, maybe it does. Doc says, it does change based on the case. I think sometimes how far you are. Ooh, so that is cool then. But okay, since the poll is done, we do need to start this prediction here. And we will do a new prediction. Will Logan finish this case by the 3-hour mark? Oh wait, that goes over, so I gotta abbreviate 3-hour mark. There we go. There we go. 44 out of 45 characters. And yeah or nah. And we're gonna do like a long voting period for this. We're gonna give you guys like 20 minutes. So in fact, we'll change to, yeah, I believe. Nah. He stinks. And start prediction. Go ahead. And gamble whatever points you have left after last time when everybody except Tiff lost 1 billion points. Your right hand is completely obscured by the case. At the very moment this picture was taken, you were firing your gun! And in such a way that you wouldn't be detected. Objection! Objection! You don't like to let the facts get in the way of a good theory, do you, Edgeworth? Shame you don't seem to have noticed. Noticed what? That theories are all you have. Conjectures, nothing more. The flag was billowing in the wind at precisely the right moment. I hit my gun with my attaché case. We changed the security plan because I couldn't turn my head. It's all just speculation, circumstantial evidence at best. You can't prove any of it. I mean, okay, we can prove that you changed the plans because we saw the old plans and the new plans. And I guess the president's testimony, talk about the billowing flag. No. If you at least had the bullet that burst the balloon, you might have a scrap of credibility. Imagine you could have run forensics to see if it matched my gun. But no, that bullet is at the bottom of the lake. You gonna dredge it up? Is that a clue? Bullet is at the bottom of the lake? Is it that he knew he was firing his trajectory in a downward direction? I hate to say it, but he's right. I don't have anything concrete. I thought not. Maybe now you can shut your mouth. Hey, is Tabby Lloyd gonna come to the rescue? Miss Lloyd. She looks so determined. Oh, no, she's sad. Never mind. For a second, I thought she was cool. She's not. Of course. She could shed some light on this whole situation. I just need to get her to talk. What's the matter? Something you want to say, Miss Journalist? Not while you're pointing a gun at her, bro. I'm just gonna take that. Take that gun away. I can't grab it. I can't grab it. I should read some more in the chat. Let's see. Yeah, Bubba says, oh, maybe it does. Doc says it. Oh, I already read that. Sorry. Queen Katie said, I think it does change depending on the case because it was a different background before you started case one. I think so because I don't think we were able to. Because like the neck brace and everything was a surprise to me. Queen Katie said, Logan, there is still a murder, sir. Yeah. And. It's this guy right here. Nora, raid with a party of 3. Wait. Did Crystal come with the raid? Is Crystal able to do a shout out? There we go.
Back. Yeah, it's circled back.
That Perry the platypus?
It's circled back.
Perry the 9/11? Is that what that was? Thank you so much for doing the shout out there, Crystal. Thank you for the raid, Nora. How was the rest of your stream? Now, before I left there, I did have like the tab open in the background, muted while I was getting everything all set up. And I did see Crystal had a comment saying something like, I'm snitching to Logan. What was Crystal gonna snitch to me about? Anyway, I'm reading some more in the chat right now. Thank you so much for the raid. Oh, in fact, I think now we have enough people that we can sing happy birthday to Doc. Is Doc still here? So we gotta sing happy birthday. Everybody ready? Ready? Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Doc. Happy birthday to you. Make sure that you guys typed out your singing, like as you're singing in time. So happy birthday, Doc. Did you get anything cool? Did you do anything fun for your birthday? I am going to divine that you are turning 50. You're half a century old. And which is quite an accomplishment. So good on you for that, Doc. Let me read a couple more comments in the chat, though. Quiggity said, I think the murder is important. Maybe. Okay, so in fact, let's theorize the murder. Huh, what?
Nora got Chie killed.
No!
Crystal is here to snitch. Boo.
Ah!
Also, 19 bits BC, I gave Nora 1 bit and I can't stand the uneven number.
Oh, thank you very much then for the 19 bits and for bringing that to my attention. Otherwise, I would have said thank you for the 10. Thank you so much for the 19 bits. I do appreciate that. By the way, those who just got here with the raid, we do have a prediction up. That apparently there's like a dispute, allegedly, according to Queen Katie in the spoiler chat, as to whether or not I'll be able to finish this case tonight. So go ahead and say it. So, but anyway, thank you for the 19 bits, Nora. How dare you monster? I hope that Chie is back to normal. But let's theorize what's going to happen here. So, I think Knight is the killer. I think that Bastion Rook hired Shelley to kill the president. I think Knight stopped that from happening by firing the gun. Because like they knew, according to plans, like you know who might be in the audience. So they knew Shelley DeKiller was going to be there. And so that was all to make it seem like an assassination attempt already happened, give him an excuse to run away into the airplane without looking like a coward. Because we know that he's like paranoid. You see all the stuff in the room. He's scared to death of assassination attempts. So he does that. He runs in there. As soon as Bastion Rook sees that happening, he's like, well, crap, Shelley DeKiller isn't going to be able to kill him from here. I guess I have to do my job. Pulls out his gun, because he had his like gun in his hand when he's laying on the ground, right? And everyone's like, I guess he just drew it instinctually. He probably pulled out his gun, and then when that happened, Knight shoots and kills him. We still don't know where that bullet ended up, since it sounds like the one that was in the bulletproof vest was a fake. I mean, it's a real bullet, but it was just planted there. So we'll need to figure out where it went. I'm guessing it is the shattered monitor where the stuffed toy is, the stuffed bull. It's probably going to be like blocking a bullet or was just put in there, like a bullet was taken out, it was put in there. I don't know, but that's probably where it hit, right? And so what they're doing is they're just trying to cover this up because A, they find Tabby Lloyd, someone they can conveniently blame the attempted assassination on, since Shelley the Killer isn't there. It's like, okay, great, convenient. And they can do this without having the scandal of, oh my gosh, one of the Secret Service agents attempted to assassinate the president. They can say, nah, it's this crazy lady over here. Even though they had hired her to use her laser sight to help them fake the assassination attempt. So that's what I'm feeling here. It's very complex and convoluted, but I feel like all the murders in this game series are. So Queen Katie, does that sound good? I think. Doc says goodnight to Rukop. Bob says goodnight to Rukop. Get well soon. Doc says yes. Something about a murder or something. I don't know. Now, if only Conductor was here to call it a murder, then I'd care. Doc says, do you think Horace has ever accidentally shot himself doing that trick? Maybe that's the real origin of the neck brace. I think you may be right. I would imagine, like, if he's doing that many tricks, unless he's just amazingly good with that gun, he should have had a real gun, like, taken away from him. Anyway, we should continue playing the game here. I'll read some more of the chat in a minute. But yeah, go ahead and do your prediction, and that is my guess, my final locked-in answer for the... Although it's kind of unfair now, because we've already collected all the evidence. But let's keep going. What's the matter? You want to say something, Miss Journalist? Oh, no, never mind. That's what I thought. Okay, but why wouldn't she want to stop these guys? Because they want to falsely convict her. Unless... What if the entire reason they got her involved in the first place wasn't just they're paying her off? Maybe they're blackmailing her. Maybe they have, like, one of her loved ones held hostage, and so she feels like if she doesn't take the fall for this, the person, maybe like her original chief, the first chief she was talking about, will be, like, killed or something. Miss Lloyd! Huh? I need you to be brave. If you don't speak up, the truth will be lost forever. You are a journalist, after all, are you not? Oh, dang it, I can't stay quiet any longer. Hey, you understand what you're doing, right? Think carefully before opening that mouth of yours. See? Look at that. It's like obvious he's threatening her. I was so focused on bagging me a scoop, I forgot the most important thing of all. Christmas spirit. And the real journalists don't lie. Ain't no dang scoop if it ain't the truth. I'm sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. I should have showed you this before. So there we go. So I was also right that the gun was already pre-planted in the trash can. It had 2 shots fired out of it to make it look like that was the gun used because it was the same model as the one that Knight was going to be using on the stage. Everything's falling into place. I love it. What is this? Well, it's the laser pointer I used on the president. But that's all I done. I never shot nobody. You stupid. Oh, I can't even say the next word because the game is not rated M for mature. I thought I told you, you squeal and you'll go down as an accomplice. It was him. He told me to do it. See, everything's falling into place. Everything has fallen into place. I'm going to read a little bit more in the chat, though. Queen Katie says, ad quote, I'm not hip to the younger stabby generation. I do feel like you guys are a little bit more stabby than I am. Every time we have a purge, somebody stabs me. Boma says, good, I have good chips here. Cheesy garlic. Ooh, that actually sounds good. Queen Katie says, oh yeah, I forgot about my spoiler clips I was saving today, BRB. Okay, am I allowed to watch these yet, or had you posted them thinking that I get to this point already, but I might not be there? Like, am I allowed to check out these spoiler clips, Queen Katie? I'll play some more while I await the answer. How was it Zangfile's embassy sniffing out a story like I told you? Oh, this was 3 days back. He comes up to me out of the blue, just starts talking. Help me out and I'll get you exclusive access to the president, that kind of stuff. But what about the gun in the trash can? I don't know nothing about. All he told me was to wear a jacket with a red hood and to point that there pointer at the president. I never thought for a minute it would blow up in my face so bad. I'm sorry. Truly, I am. Thank you, Ms. Lloyd. I'd like you to testify to that effect when this goes to trial. I mean, we're not having like a cross-examination of her. I mean, everything helps us, but still. It ought to go a long way, huh?
The spoiler clips were for Last Miles 2 stream, but the clip viewer was dead.
Oh, that's what the stuff is. Thank you so much, Tiff. Tiff, how you doing, Tiff? Queen Katie said that she gave you a rundown on everything that like happened so far or something like that, and that it was enjoyable. Something was enjoyable. I think, Tiff, thank you so much for the 10 bits. How are you doing? I'm gonna have a sip of water, and then, actually no, I'll load up the spoiler clips, and then I'll have a sip of water. So, for any lurkers out there, or people on YouTube who might not know what's going on here, every time someone posts a clip into our Twitch chat, I pop it up onto our clip viewer, so we can all watch it together. And Queen Katie likes to post clips that are things that I accidentally predicted or foreshadowed, or there were spoilers at the time, maybe correctly guessed. I don't know. So this one is titled Logan's Checkmated Theory. Okay, let's see what this is. Tabby Lloyd was the one in the audience. She never had a gun. She had just a laser pointer. And for some reason was like told, maybe bribed, maybe paid off to shine laser pointer at his head around that time. So she wasn't ever an assassin, but she did like unwittingly do this. So here's what happened. Before the events, see, they took Bastion Rook's gun, fired 2 shots, like I said, in the trash can. Yeah. And so it's planted there beforehand. Knight fires 1 shot into the balloon, causes a panic. They rush him in, and then he finishes him off with the 2nd shot. We still don't know why it went through Bastion Rook, because Bastion Rook's gun is gone, but went through him into the president. And then later we find the gun, which is Bastion's gun, because it's the same type that is like given to these bodyguards. 2 shots have been fired from it, and we just assume, oh, it must be those 2 shots. But it was planted to create the impression that the shooter was in the audience instead of on the plane. I do have one correction to that. Right? I just realized, so, because Bastion Rook does have his gun in the plane. So it wasn't necessarily his specific gun that was thrown in the trash can. I think it was just like a gun of that model. Because again, I think once he got in the plane, he's like, well, I gotta finish this guy off. And that's when Knight shot him. That is still my guess. I'm going with it. And we have one more clip from Queen Katie before we get back to the game. This clip is titled, is titled Big Bad Dad Bod. I think I know what this is gonna be. I know what this is gonna be. What's this? He better vomit by the end of this. He had better vomit. It wasn't vomit. He's probably gonna lose his composure. Okay, here's the other question. When he finally loses his composure, is he gonna stop flexing and he's gonna turn out to have like a big dad bod gut? Oh, I thought this was gonna be when he actually deflates. But I guessed that, and that was right. Thank you so much, Queen Katie, for the clips. I really appreciate it. I do kind of hate that I'm right about kind of dumb stuff like that, but I was right. I'll take what I can get. Also, we're like 15 minutes into the prediction time. You have 5 minutes left, approximately-ish. So get those votes in if you think I'm going to be able to finish this case tonight. Queen Katie said, these I meant to show off last stream, but you know, clip viewer was down. Thank you for remembering, Queen Katie. That is really nice of you that like you took the time to like remember that. So thank you. Doc says, objection. Said I've said it before, but his objection is so funny. It's like so stilted and weird. Queen says, Tabby! Oh wow, captions called Tabby's full name, right? Queen says, cool, but for a literal second, it thought her name was Tammy before switching to Tabby. And there's Nora with the Nora raid, say, Nora raid, we will stab you. See, just what I said. The younger generation is so much stabbier. I don't know why. There's Crystal and Oak as well. Crystal doing the shout out. Queen Katie says, hey, Nora. Oak says, wonderful clip. Doc with a wave. Oak says, happy birthday, dot. Crystal says, oof. Nora with dot, dot, dot. Crystal says, oh no. Queen Katie says, also, Raiders, we have a prediction for this case. Doc says, thank you, Oak. Nora says, no one. Everyone stop talking. Queen Katie said, happy birthday, dot. Nora said, Oak, don't tell. Atlantic says, happy birthday. Nora says, happy birthday to you. Crystal says, I'm definitely, snitch, not snitching. Aw. Doc says, this isn't menacing at all. It's awesome. I don't know why Oak said it was menacing. Now, this would be menacing. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Doc. Happy birthday to you. Crap. I held my eyes open for too long. That started to hurt. That would have been menacing, but that is not what we did. Nora says, happy birthday to Doc. Crystal says, happy birthday, Doc. Nora says, happy birthday to you. Nora says, I did no such thing.
And yeah, hi, I'm here. We're Gumshoe.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you need some gumshoe. You need some gumshoe.
Where's my man?
He's right here. Wow, my voice cracked on that. He's right here. Dick Gumshoe, age 32, homicide detective from the local precinct who's always first on the scene at any murder investigation. He's being good. He's just chilling by our side and every now and then just offering to, like, shoot people, I guess, for us, I think. But there he is. There's your gummy gum man. All right, we should probably play a little bit more of the game, but thank you so much. Thank you so much for the 10 bits, Tiff. Did that sate your Gumshoe thirst for the moment until he, like, does something? It ought to go a long way towards proving that the assassination was a sham. Oh, what's wrong with you people? Don't any of you know what's good for you? My sympathies, Mr. Knight. Had you successfully removed me from this case as you'd intended, perhaps then you could have kept your pawn quiet. Oh, Edgeworth is happy. Whoa! He almost died. Yerk. We probably shouldn't make light of gun violence like that, but that caught me off guard. Wow. So let me get this straight. You told Tabby, quote, if you let it slip about our fake assassination plot, we'll have you convicted for murder. That's how you sound. I wish your name really was Horace. Or something like that. I don't know. Ah, there he is! Tiff! Tiff! There he is! If all the dirty! We gotta leave him up on the screen for a second, because that might be all he says. If I click again, he might disappear. So I gotta read a couple more comments. Oak says, yeah, I was lying. Well, then what was it that Nora did? But she better be okay. Crystal says, rip. Chief got down? Oh, Chief in this. I thought you meant like Chie. What, is it Chief or Chie? Nora said, if it wasn't me. And there we go. Crystal says, Chie. Nora says, Logan, it wasn't me. Huh?
My man. Less than 3.
Yeah, your man. He's there. Although, Tiff, you do have to fight Maggie Bird for him. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. I appreciate it. And the prediction is winding down. It looks like most of you think that yes, I will. I'm very confident about it. But if I really want to screw over all you guys, I could just suddenly stop playing. Of all the dirty. See, there he disappears. I said no such thing. President Wang.
Oh, give it up, Knight. It's time we came clean. It's our only choice.
So, Mr. President, you admit it. You admit that there was a plot to fake an assassination attempt.
I do. I'm sorry.
But why? Why do something like that?
My popularity has been on the wane back home. I thought surviving an attempt on my life might give me the boost I needed.
Huh?
Where's my goat Judgy? I miss him. Frown for 10 bits. Will you give me a Judgy voice, please, Wanda?
Why do you want a Judgy voice so bad? Huh?
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Gumshoe has 2 hands and Maggie and I can share. Gumshoe is big enough for the both of us.
You know what? That is very magnanimous of you. But thank you, Oak and Tiff, for the 10 bits each. I appreciate it. Judge Udgy did make an appearance in the first Edgeworth Investigations game. So I'm hopeful he'll be back. And he was delightful in it. He was great. I love Judge Udgy. In case he couldn't tell, I love Judge Udgy. But thank you both for the 10 bits. I appreciate it. Let me read you just a couple more comments. Crystal says, Chief Chie. That should be her nickname. Says, Chie got down. Look at that. Oak's story has been corroborated, Nora. How dare you? Doc said, my family's out right now, so no gifts yet. Besides a very awesome gift of a laptop I got a few days early. Super happy. Well, that's awesome. That's a phenomenal gift. So congratulations on that. I hope you get some other fun stuff too. I even like just little, as you know, I like toys, little Transformers and things like that. Crystal said, Chie was hurt. Nora said, I did nothing. She's fine now. I healed her. Nora says, also, y'all, what happened the entirety of last stream? This guy deflated. That's really, that's all, I think. Because I think the stream before Shelly the Killer, like, left. Yeah, so a whole lot of nothing happened last time.
Bye for...
Just realized the voice I'm trying to give him sounds kind of like a really bad impression of Richard Nixon. In fact, that basically is my Richard Nixon impression.
I thought surviving an attempt on my life might give me the boost I needed.
Antonar, gay sitting in a tree, Kissin. First comes love, then comes commodities, then comes packages in the mail or something. I don't know who.
Ah! Thank you so much to the beef long at TTS. I appreciate it. I do still like to think of the love between me and President Tanaka as the love between a paternal businessman and the semi-adopted child who will not leave him alone. But thank you so much to the 50 bits of the beef longa, huh?
The man named Wayne deflated? The jokes I could make, but I won't.
There are words we could use to describe that. Yeah, it's best if we don't. But thank you for the 10 bits. Thank you. Yeah, he's just crap. Now I want to make dirty jokes, so I'm not gonna. But thank you very much, Tiff, for the 10 bits. I do appreciate it. Let's play a little bit more, and then we'll be back to the chat while Nora's crimes against Chie have been exposed.
I know what we did was wrong, so yes, it was all lies, all of it. And
the bullet in the vest.
it was planted ahead of time. I wasn't hit by anything today.
Bulletproof vest data updated in my organizer. A prop used in the staged assassination attempt. The flattened bullet was also planted ahead of time. But what was up with the killer?
Our plan got out somehow, and then he just appeared. Heck, bent on turning our fake assassination into a real one.
Hence the red raincoat, I suppose. He'd hoped to get in close enough as the fake assassin to finish the job. I'm glad that wasn't just a coincidence, because I don't like it when there's too many just like, it just happened to be that way.
There is one thing I don't understand, though.
Oh? And what would that be? The dead man on the floor, Edgeworth?
Why did Rook have to die? If the whole thing was fake, how did he wind up getting killed for real?
So he doesn't know? How? Okay, because in my theory, I thought that Rook was maybe pulling a gun on Wang and Knight shot him. Did Wang just not know it? Had Wang left to go into the... What? That's true, and therein lies the real question.
He was a fine bodyguard with a fine body. The best, in fact. The body, I mean, not the best bodyguard. He was fine. He was fine, but he was fine. He may not have been a native of Zhangfa, but he was someone I could fully trust.
Crap, we're gonna find out that because he wasn't a native, he was part of some, plot by a foreign government to assassinate Wang? Oh, wait a second. All my xenophobia senses are tingling. Mr. Rook must have been really something to gain the trust of someone who'd hide from his own shadow. It sounds like he was as trustworthy to the president as I am to you, sir. Please don't ever let me die. Don't ever let me die. Oh, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth, save me. I believe that's for me to say, Detective, not you. Mr. Rook must have known about the plan too, then, correct?
He wasn't aware of any specific details, so not really.
So... That throws a monkey wrench in my whole theory about him being the one who leaked it to Shelly to kill her. Let me read some more comments in the chat, though. Let's see. Crystal says, but she was hurt. Downed. Also, yippee. No school today. Nora said it wasn't my fault. Oak says, technically you didn't heal her. She just automatically gets revived after the battle ends. So she did die. Nora said, I don't heal anyone after they die. Only heal during battle. Why not? Nora said, Nora says, I'm gonna check on Monica. It's been like a week. Oak says to Nora, yeah, but you didn't heal her specifically. You just used Mediorama with Teddy to heal Protag. Queen Katie with a timestamp, 17:30. So I'm already 18 minutes behind, which is not too bad. Only 35 minutes in, though, so like percentage-wise, maybe that is bad. Nora said, what happened last stream? Like I said, deflation. Crystal says, Oak says, what happened this stream? Nora said that too. Quick said, do you want me to screenshot the entire summary I made in the spoiler chat and DM to you? Or let Logan explain? I honestly, other than the deflation, I don't remember anything. Because, like, wasn't that the cliffhanger that we began last stream with? Was Shelly Killer leaving? And then Horace Knightley was like, okay, well, good luck figuring this out. And the president came in and was like, bleh, and was now this thing we see. Nora said, I'm playing Pong against Monica right now. Queen says, Nora said to Queen Katie, sure. Doc says, yes, they've kidnapped Tabby Lloyd's esteemed relative, Polar Lloyd. I like that. The two of them are secret lovers, although Polaroid goes both ways. So Polaroid is a bipolar Lloyd.
Nora is just not very good at Persona. Also extra bit because it's actually worse having an uneven bit count for the channel specifically.
But thank you very much for the 11 bits. I appreciate that. Thank you, Oak. And yeah, I noticed there was a lot of Nora like running away from shadows rather than just going and fighting all of them, which was an odd strategy. I'm curious how that played out. Huh, what?
I will say one thing, Logan. I don't know how this game goes. I'm as blind as you are, so I won't be able to help this game.
Okay, there's the question, Tiff. Are you enjoying it that way? Because like I feel like a lot of the fun for you guys is like we know what's happening and Logan's is dumb. But like if you're going into a blind, is it still as fun or is it just fun in a different way? Or I'm curious to know. But thank you for the 10 bits. And Doc, also Tabby Lloyd and her husband wife Polar Lloyd. The two of them also have a child with pooping problems named Hemmer Lloyd. I'm gonna stop talking. Oak says, also, Nora just got to the final floor in the Mitsuo dungeon. Nice! Nora said, I love you, Tabby Lloyd. Oak says, I love you, Horace. Nora said, it's so wild. The Persona 4 is rated. I don't know this. Oh, it's rated M. Well, yeah. I'm pretty sure that there's like a couple of F-bombs in there. I think if you have F-bombs in the game, you get an M rating. Isn't that the rules? I think.
He wasn't aware of any specific details, so not really. I tried to involve him, but he refused.
Okay, that.
It plays out poorly. She doesn't want to fight, so she runs away, but then she gets caught and has to do the same battle, but with disadvantage. This is why she's 10 levels under
No!
Boo.
Ah! Okay, but Oak, now here's the big question, and thank you for the 10 bits. Do you feel less critical of my Persona 4 playthrough, having now witnessed that? Because you were saying like, oh man, Logan sucked at Persona 4, which I did. I feel like I got pretty decent at Persona games by the latter portion of Persona 5, but yeah, I sucked for Persona 4. Oh crap, what was I about to say? I was about to say something else about this. Oh yeah, so maybe the whole thing, if he refused to know the details, maybe that was because he found them out on his own and he just refused for the sake of plausible deniability. So if somebody's like, who hired Shelly to kill her? He could be like, clearly wasn't me. I didn't even know about things like the Red Hood. Then they'll be like, we haven't mentioned anything about a Red Hood yet. And they'd be like, bang, 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 not to kill you all. And you would have done well to listen to him.
Oh, this is a tragedy. The life of a good man has been wasted.
Oh. What was so great about him anyway? Huh? What's gotten into him? He was just another piece on the board there to protect you, nothing more.
Mr. Knight, how could you?
Who was it that actually went along with your plan, huh, Mr. President? Well, that pious coward backed down when you needed him to step up the most.
I value your support too, of course, but...
Look, I'm your chief bodyguard now. That's all that matters. And now that spineless fool Rook is gone, things are gonna change around here. He's sounding like someone who both had a motive to kill Rook and is glad he's dead. I feel like that is a very subtle clue. Thanks to me, genius strategist, grandmaster, rightful leader of this team.
We are all well aware of your ambitions, Knight. But doesn't this seem a little imprudent of you? Yeah, wow, my plan this time was perfect, as they always are and always will be.
These are the things the murderer says.
That's quite a statement. Especially considering that your perfect plan was an abject failure.
That's the thing, he's not talking about the fake assassination. He's talking about killing Rook and getting promoted.
Yeah, no thanks to you and that meddling dog, Rook.
I should read some more in the chat. Oak says to Nora, how? Did you see the Rise dungeon? Oh, and the Kanji dungeon, both of them. Nora said, yeah, but like, Crystal says Persona 4 is rated M. Oak says every Persona game is. Nora said, yeah. Crystal says, what? Again, they got F-bombs. And Miardar Quickity said the spoiler clips were for Last Miles 2 stream, but the clip viewer was dead. Can someone let Logan know that? Thank you again for letting me know, and thank you again, Tiff, for sending the message along, forwarding it. Oak says, have you seen the themes of the game? Bubba says, I believe they are okay. They are here because clip viewer was down when they would be posted, and I forgot that. Nora said, Rise, I love you, Rizzy Kujikawa, puts the Riz in reset. Puts the Riz in reset. Crystal says, okay, fair. Oak says, Kamoshida's existence, Evokers, Rise's dungeon. Doc says, Logan's so good at guessing things. Logan, guess who the final killer is right now? All right, right now, the final killer of the whole game is time-traveling Gregory Edgeworth. There. I don't know. I hope we haven't met the person yet. I don't know.
Yeah, no thanks to you and that buffoon Rook. And how exactly was it Mr. Rook's fault? If he hadn't died, the killer would have never come after me, and I wouldn't have had to let you in on this plane. Please, Mr. Knight, you mustn't talk like that. Fine, the guy died protecting you, Mr. President. I'm sure that's just like what he always wanted.
He knows.
Yeah.
Goof.
Thank you very much for the 10 bits. I appreciate that. And I'm glad it's coming from you, Oak, since you haven't played these games before. If it came from someone else, I might be like, oh, wait, crap. Is it a time-traveling Gregory Edgeworth? No, because as we learned in the last game, time travel doesn't exist in this series. But maybe it's like Gregory Edgeworth set up a very, very elaborate Rube Goldberg device, kind of like in Ghost Trick, and it just took like, a decade or whatever to finally... it's like a snowballing, long-term butterfly effect type of a thing. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. I appreciate it. All right, let's keep going.
But did he die protecting the president?
Again, I think you tried to kill him.
Wait, I thought the whole assassination thing was fake.
Or maybe Rook didn't hire Shelley to kill her. Maybe Knight hired Shelley to kill her, but not to kill the president, but to kill Rook. And he just, as a matter of professional courtesy, wanted to find out who killed his Mark before he could. That's what they say, right? Mark? Is that the cool thing? They always kill their Marks, not their Matthews, Lukes, and Johns. So it's either... crap, that's a possibility too. So either Rook was trying to kill the president, and I just want to call him Horace Knightley. Can I call him Horace Knightley? Killed Rook, and the bullet went through him and into the TV screen. Or Knight, was going to kill the president. Rook pulls out his gun to stop him, but Knight is so fast that he shoots Rook. That kills him. And then Wang's like, well, what happened? And Knight's like, I don't know, a bullet came from outside. Who cares? He's dead. Doesn't matter. So one of those things. And then Shelley the Killer is mad because he wasn't there to kill the president, he was there to kill Rook, hired by Horace Knightley. And that also might explain why he just held the knife to him and didn't kill him right there. He probably could have just killed him. But he wanted, But he's like, this is the guy that hired me. And what if Shelley the Killer intentionally messed up his neck when he got caught to give him an excuse to be switched over to the other side, to put him in the position that he wanted to be in? Anyway, sorry. I'd like to think that one of my guesses might be true. Let's play some more and find out. I thought the whole assassination thing was fake. Oh, come on, do I have to say everything twice? We planned a fake assassination, but somebody else came along and tried to make it real. 2 shots were fired, remember? Like you said, Edgeworth, one of them was the bullet I shot through the balloon. Except they planned for 2 shots because the gun that was in the trash can had 2 bullets discharged. So that was part of their fake assassination. But the second, that wasn't me. Oh, really? Can we check his gun? Although I guess he could have always just reloaded it. Then who did fire it? The real assassin, but not the killer. What a confusing thing to say verbally. The real assassin, but not the killer. His plan was to come after the president with a knife. Oh, that's right. That's right. So how would he have been able to use the knife? Was it? Anyway, no, the most likely suspect here is the peace cowering in the corner. Our lily white queen over there. Hey, no need to bring race into this, bro. What? I'm a bear trap. Miss Lloyd. Again with this, I'm not your dang assassin. But is that really true? I, for one, don't believe it. The gun in the trash can, it can only belong to you. No, because like it's the same model as the Secret Service of Zhang Fa. How would she have gotten that unless either he or Rook gave her the gun? Here we go. So we do have another cross-examination. Knight's Gambit. I like how we can see the little bull in the background there. Let's also save. It's been a while since we've saved. I don't think we've saved at all tonight. We're like 45 minutes into stream and probably haven't even saved once yet. And I should read a couple more comments in the chat. Crystal says, I was going to say you forgot someone, but you guys haven't gotten to their dungeon laughing. Nora said my grandfather paid for that Risei book. Wait. What, the Risei book? Oak says, well, I played P4. I just don't want to spoil Nora. Nora said the Risei book came straight from my grandfather's funds. You have a Risei book? Doc said, yeah, I didn't like that one. Nora said, no. Oak said, why not? It was beautiful. Tiff says, my man. Crystal says, Gumshoe, the big, great cutie detective. Oak says, Gumshoe, kiss me. Well, what if Judge Hudgy finds out, Oak? Doc says, Horace breakdown where he just dies. Queegaze said, that's my favorite Bronco sprite. I keep forgetting that's his name. Bronco. But you did the one where he almost shoots himself? Crystal says, laughing real. Tiff says, I was here first. You leave him alone, /silly. Crystal with quote 253. And Nora says, I can finally eat. I have a bit of food right before stream because I didn't let myself eat on stream. My problem is if I eat like right before stream, I get indigestion. And it's just painful, but I should play some game. As soon as I shot that balloon, I rushed over to help Rook escort the president back onto the plane. I left Rook here in this room while I secured the president in the safe room. When I came back out, Rook was lying there on the ground. Miss Journalist must have shot Rook while we were escorting the president off stage. That single killer shot was fired by the gun you found in the trash can. Okay, we already know it is. That single killer shot. We're like, the gun was shot twice, was fired twice. So we already know this one. We're still going to go through and press every statement just for funsies in case they say the haha make-em-ups. So you don't actually know when the victim was struck by the bullet, do you? The knight doesn't protect the Rook, Edgeworth. He protects the king. You want to translate? He means that his only concern was protecting the president. Lose the king and you lose the game. Isn't that the first rule of chess? But a win in which a key piece is sacrificed is a hollow victory indeed. Doesn't matter, it's still a victory. I kept the president safe. I win. Well, it's a bit early to be calling our little match in any case. For this is where our battle truly begins. Rebuttal! Knight's Gambit. So we are going to press every statement, but like I said, it's the single shot thing. It's inconsistent. Let me have a sip of water, read a couple more comments in the chat. Let's see. Quicket said, I mean, Bronco is known for his unsafe gun habits. Oak says, don't worry, when Judge Hudgy comes back, I'll step it back. Let's see. Tiff says, oh, the 10 bits to my man, she said. Crystal with some emos. Tiff says to Oak, okay, good. Oak says, Crystal, heart. Nora says, with a Nora command and a heart. Bubba says, do it. Go take a nap. Wait, who, to me? I mean, that thing on the couch behind me, that is a blanket. I could just curl up and take a nap right now. Huh? Wait, huh?
Hey, I mean, the night protecting the rook is also a good idea. Conserving material is almost always good. Also, WTF does Edgeworth mean? A sacrifice is the coolest way to win a chess game. It is the opposite of a hollow victory. Good.
Ah! Well, thank you for the 10 bits. Well, I don't know if you've noticed this, Oak. Edgeworth doesn't seem to know how to play chess. In Mind Chess, he just like chucks pawns at a couple of random pieces, and he's like, checkmate. Oh. He doesn't understand the game, like, at all. Yeah, because, like, who cares if you sacrifice pieces? Next game, they're all back. And yeah, your powerful pieces, especially like the rooks and the queens and things, you want to protect them. You use the other pieces so that if someone tries to capture it, that they lose their piece as well. But yes, thank you again for the 10 bits. I do appreciate that. Okay, let's press some statements. Actually, no, I gotta read some more in the chat first. Crystal says, do it. Snore. Okay. Like that. Nora says, do it. Take responsibility. Crystal says, take responsibility for yourself and sleep. Logan, why are you guys telling me to sleep? Why must I sleep? I don't understand. What were we talking about that caused that? Oak says, when does Judge Hudgy come back? Doc says, this game has judges to a degree. Nora says, oh my gosh, what in the world? Oak said, this is the worst game. It had no Maya and no Judge. Well, apparently the first game had a Maya Easter egg, but I missed it. So I didn't see it, sadly. And Nora says, so true. All right, let's play a little bit more here. Well, as soon as I shot that balloon, I rushed over to help Rook escort the president back to the plane.
Hold it!
The victim really didn't take part in your little plan then, did he? Nope, and we kept him in the dark on the details. So he really thought the president was in danger? But wait, he must have noticed that the shot came from right next to him. Maybe he did. Guess we'll never know. I mean, surely he didn't pull the gun on me thinking I was an assassin, leading me to murder him. And even if he did know it was a sham, he still had a job to do. He still had to protect his king. And he was able to make a judgment like that in a split second. Impressive. Maybe Shelley DeKiller was onto something. He really was as capable as they say. Not so capable that I couldn't read him like a book. I made it so he had no choice but to go along with our little performance. I left Rook here in this room while I secured the president in the safe room.
Hold it!
Held it? Yes. Why do that? You and the president both knew the whole thing wasn't real. But it had to seem real. There were people everywhere. It's not a good look, right? Imagine if someone had spotted a man who'd just been shot at, hanging out in his plane, sipping grape juice like he didn't have a care in the world. I do love that that's a running gag in this. It's never wine. It's just grape juice. No, I think there was one time it was wine, wasn't it? But usually it's grape juice. And what was the victim doing during all this? Who knows? I was in the safe room, like I said. Anyway, this is a long cross-examination for one that we already know the answer to. Oak says, yes, Daddy Tanaka. I like his flaccid face. Yes, that was one of the words that crossed my mind that I was not going to use. Nora said, Logan, follow me back on Duolingo and my life is yours. Oh, here's the problem, Nora. After you reminded me, I went and checked Duolingo and I didn't realize I had like a stack of several friend requests or like people following me or whatever. And I don't know which is yours. None of them say Nora. So I don't know what the crap I'm supposed to do. Tiff says, it's okay, 1 in 10 men. Took me a second there. Doc said, this entire stream is just seeing who's gonna crack first and make a Wang joke. Well, I guess I made a sweaty Wang joke last time. Oak says, it's me. I was never holding back. Doc says, he was a fine bodyguard, ... And bad, do I still have to take a shot of water? We're gonna say that ends the game. That was just the last stream. That was for funsies, but I don't want to keep doing that. Oak says, so true, Doc. Doc says, this case has established one thing, and that is that Mr. Rook was insanely attractive and great in bed. Oak says, Wang is ironically not great in bed. Yes. Okay, let's play some more. When I came back out, Rook was lying there on the ground.
Hold it!
Held it? Where on the ground, exactly? He's right there, where the blood stain is. Right where he is now, in the middle of the floor. With the
Okay Logan, that's a very good point against Nora. Her name on Duolingo is just BMBLB.
Oh! Okay.
Boo.
Ah!
B.
Oh. Thank you very much for the 10 bits. Okay, so that makes more sense. I did see someone had that name, and I thought like Bumblebee? Is that a Transformer fan, a fellow Transformer fan found me? That's what I thought it was, BMBLB. I thought it was like Bumblebee, but without the vowels. So, okay, that makes more sense now. Let's play a bit more here. And thank you for the 10 bits and for the information. Also, we haven't dealt with the fact that he's on the trapdoor, so I'm thinking we're gonna figure out that it's Horace Knightley here, and we're gonna get him like, all right, you dead to rights, you did it, and he's gonna go, well, yeah, but I'm the one with the gun. He's gonna pull it out, and then somebody, either the president or maybe Kay, is gonna pull that switch, trapdoor open, he plummets out, and I just hopefully dies. Probably not. It's probably water underneath, but how about falls down, and then all of Gumshoe's men that he got outside there all pull their guns. They're like, freeze, and then he tries to fire, and they justifiably kill him. Either way, as long as he dies, I think it's a happy ending for all of us. Right where he is now, in the middle of the floor. The door to the outside was shut, though. Guess the bullet must have hit him right before he closed it. And thanks to his little blunder, my whole plan fell apart.
Oh, Mr. Knight, you mustn't talk that way.
He may have kept you safe, Mr. President, but he isn't here now to save your good name. I'd call that dereliction of duty. Duty. What would you call it? An honorable try, which is more than what you'd give, I'd say. Sorry, but that's just how it is. Miss Journalist must have shot Rook while we were escorting the president off stage. This is taking forever. Hold it. Weren't you and Mr. Rook both carrying bulletproof attaché cases? Yeah, I opened them right after Rook spotted the laser sight. He moved into covering positions and used them to shield the president. So the bullet that hit Mr. Rook traveled through a gap in that defensive shield. Do you really believe Ms. Lloyd to be that skilled of a marksperson? Please be happy I said marksperson and not marksman. Look, I don't care what word you listen. No, she was aiming for the president. That makes her a lousy shot. So it was pure coincidence that Mr. Rook was hit, and the bullet simply happened to find its way past your attaché cases and through the gap in his vest. Seems crazy to me too, but the facts are the facts. It was a shot in a million, but the shooter hit a bullseye, and the proof is in your hands. Crap, I just saw that the Twitch chat switched to slow mode. Does that mean I'm that far behind already? I should read some more. Doc says, the president came out, asterisk. It's important to be supportive, Mr. Robo. Oh yeah, I remember that now. Queekie said, back with chips. Welcome back, Queen Katie. Queekie says, oh, I see Logan is doing good. Were you here for my guesses? I have like 2 conflicting guesses, and I feel good about both of them. Now I don't know which is right. Nora with some emotes. Doc says, and Hemmer Lloyd changed his name to Marvin Grossberg. Oh, that guy. That guy. Nora, when you were playing Ace Attorney, had you reached Marvin Grossberg yet? He was gross. His name was appropriate. Thank you, Toilet Duck. I will save. I'm a good trained Pavlovian dog. Saves.
No, you aren't that far behind. Crystal is just an abusive mod that hates us all.
Oh, okay, well that's fine.
Boo.
Ah! Thank you for the 10 bits. That is a quality that we look for in our moderators. So thank you, Crystal, for being a paragon of what a moderator should be on Twitch. I appreciate you. Let me just a couple more quick comments. Bumble says to Doc, yes. Queekie says, trans Marvin, for real. Tiff says, it's fun in a different way. I like to guess about who it is, and being able to guess with you is going to be enjoyable. Okay, so Tiff, do you have like what your guess is? Of my 2 guesses, which sounds most feasible to you then? That Rook hired Shelley to kill the president, or that Horace Knightley hired Shelley to kill Rook? It's one of those 2. It's got to be one of those 2, right? Well, that single killer shot was fired by the gun you found in the trash can. Obviously, that's where we're going to present the evidence, saying the 2 shots were fired by that gun. We're going to press anyway. Although that shouldn't even be conclusive evidence, because you can say, like, well, one of the shots was fired, like, a day ago. And the killer practiced. I don't know. So the second shot had nothing to do with you. Right, that one was fired by your little friend. Imagine the scoop she'd have.
Next to a small, white-haired talking fairy.
She's not a fairy, she's food. It's like the opposite of that line from Finding Nemo. She's not a friend, she's food. She looks so concerned, though.
Okay, calm down, Bob. Calm down.
So Gallop, I didn't see a raid, so I assume Gallop just like popped on in. How you doing, Gallop? Welcome, welcome. Good to see you here. Always nice to see a fun little Genshin clip. It reminds me sometimes like maybe I should reinstall that, but then I remember how huge it was on my hard drive. I'm like, maybe not. But thank you very much. I assume Crystal, who did the shout out there. All right, let's keep going here a little bit. Imagine the scoop she'd have bagged if it had hit this mark. I'm a journalist, you hear? I don't make facts. I don't make facts. I report them. Yeah, a journalist who signed up to a fake assassination plan in the hopes of getting a story. That is a fair point. She is awful. Not necessarily a murderer, but she's awful. That's not. Look, I'll admit it. I set the whole thing up. And your role was to aim that laser pointer at the president. It's not my fault that wasn't enough for you. You were the one who decided to bring a gun to the party. Who knows? Maybe you thought if you kept on shooting, you could shut me up too. So Mr. Knight's suggestion that he fired one shot and then Miss Lloyd fired one more. Yeah, basically implying that Tabby also had a gun on her. Beats me where she could have got one from, but hey. His entire testimony is pure conjecture. He can't prove any of it. You're right, let's hit it with some cold, hard, undeniable evidence. Okay, so we gotta go to statement number 4. Just in case I'm dumb, I don't think I'm dumb with this one. I am sometimes dumb, but not dumb at the moment. I will save right before we present the evidence. Just to be safe. I'm a save scummer. Shameless, huh?
Genshin is 100 gigabytes. Every song I've ever made saved in lossless format plus every sound I've ever designed or used in a song isn't even 30 gigabytes. I've been making music for 5 years. Genshin takes up so much space. Blue.
Ah! Thank you for the 10 bits. Yeah, I mean, it's huge. And here's the thing. Some games are that big, and you download them, it's like, okay, that game, it makes sense. That game's like 150 gigs or something. But a game like Genshin, it's like, why? It seems bloated to me. Maybe it's just because it's like so open world or because they have so many waifus. And plus it does have predatory gotcha mechanics. And but thank you very much for the 10 bits. I appreciate it. Okay, so obviously we're gonna present the gun, found the trash can, left side of the spectator area, 2 bullets spent, same model as the victims. So that tells us 2 things. Number 1, 2 shots were fired instead of 1, like he says. And 2, same model as the victims, meaning that it was like a specialized gun that the Secret Service of Zhangfa had. So let's go ahead and present. Oh. It's also so weird to me now hearing Edgeworth's classic objection sound effect, but not nearly as loud as our stupid sound alert of it is. It's like, oh yeah, that's there, that's nice. That's Edgeworth just being stern, but not going overboard with it. So you contend that it was you who shot the balloon and Miss Lloyd who shot Mr. Rook. Are you sure about that? Oh, sure, I'm sure. While what you proposed would indeed match up with the total number. Oh! See, it's so different. It's so different. Apparently I can't even mention that stuff now. Thank you so much, Tiff, for the objection. I appreciate that. And have a sip of water after that. Thank you. While what you've proposed would indeed match up with the total number of shots heard, the gun from the trash can itself has also been fired twice. Whoa! He's got horsey teeth. Now why would the supposed number of shots heard from the gun differ from the number of spent rounds? Again, it was fired off twice earlier, planted in there so that that they could have said that was the gun used in the murder. It's just the plans changed. It's simple, because it was planted by the real perpetrator of the crime. Thank you, Edgeworth. I feel like if this was Phoenix or Apollo, we'd have to jump through 3 more hoops before we got there. Somebody faked the evidence? Yes, and if you think about it, their reason for doing so is obvious. To ensure that whoever found the gun would conclude that the shooter had been in the spectator area. And in order to do that, they had to make it seem as if both shots had come from this one weapon. I get it. So that's why it's got 2 spent rounds, huh? Precisely. As we've already proven, the bullet that burst the balloon came from a different weapon. I feel like that they're missing some other evidence. You would need to plant more than that, right? You'd need to like put some shells, some spent gun shell casings on the ground in the spectator area as well, right? I think. Otherwise, it's like where'd those go? Which makes it entirely possible that the bullet which killed Mr. Rook didn't come from this gun either. Nice work, Edgeworth. That's some high-grade sleuthing. But why don't you get to the point? You've come this far, spit it out. Oh, I do intend to spit it out. Just ask that man. It's another gay sex joke. Don't worry. The person who really shot Mr. Rook was Dick Gumshoe. Can we pin it on him? I can't save Scum. It's gonna be Horace Knightley. Yeah. I mean, either him or I guess the president, but no, it's Bronco Knight.
Take that!
Take that! You, Mr. Knight, you're the one who murdered Mr. Rook. Ooh, finally got up the courage to say it, huh?
Oh, surely not. Surely you wouldn't have.
Well, I would, and don't call me Shirley. It wasn't only the killer who tried to take advantage of this fake murder plot. You killed Mr. Rook, hoping he would look like an accidental victim of the bungled assassination. With the president locked away in the safe room and the door of the airplane tightly closed, it was just you and Mr. Rook, alone, together, sweaty, your hearts pounding from the adrenaline. And that was when the third bullet was fired right into your colleague's body. And he's a good shot, so he'd be able to get him in the armpit. And look at that. There's the monitor right back there. Smashed up monitor. I was right about that.
Objection!
Objection. Wait, you're really going to claim there's a third one now? You just said only 2 gunshots were heard. Want to tell me how that works? I hope it's that like the door was closed and it's sound tight in here. Because if they say silencer, I don't know if you guys know this, silencers, they're not like in TV shows in the movie. They don't go like, they are loud. They're still very loud. They just make it so it won't give you hearing loss damage. I should read some more comments in the chat. Let's see, where did I leave off? Quickie says, oh yeah, Crystal, have you seen the quote in the spoiler chat? Crystal says, oof. And then says, oh, I haven't yet. Oak says, I'm less critical of your combat, but still critical of your decisions with time slots. That is fair. That is fair. Let's see. Oak says, which is the real problem? Crystal says, yippee, and adds the quote. Doc says, I wish cases could have more than 2 mental chesses, because you can imagine doing mental chess against Horace. I wish it was just real chess. Like a chess, like an actual chess puzzle. I would love that. Oak says to Doc, I don't know why they would say why they would set that rule. Tiff said, this is 100% a confession, right? Doc says to Oak, literally, I feel the same way about the character in the final case. I would love to have mental chess against, but the 2 rule applies, so we can't. Heartbroken. Tiff says, what's mental chess? Bubble says, yes. Read chat. Oh, so Tiff, have you not seen that? That's our new mini game, and that's just where it's basically like, okay, imagine. It's kind of like a cross-examination, but you can't loop around, except okay, it's different, because, okay, it's a conversation, so you're given options of things to say, or just bide your time. But there's a timer ticking down, and it's like, you're frantically doing, do I say something here? Do I wait till he slips up? Do I do something? Do I present evidence? And it's very stressful. And also Edgeworth, like, chucks chess pieces in his brain at the other person's chess piece, then they explode. And they're not. It's not even a king. He doesn't like get checkmate. It's like a kid saw chess pieces and made up a game based around them. Crystal says, "Hey Logan, do you know that YouTube doesn't allow the word moidor? Does like in the chat? can you spell it like the conductor in Hat in a Time is Mjardar? And Doc says to Tiff, it's a game mechanic in this where Edgeworth uses literally chess in his mind to break down testimonies and get people to reveal things. Oak says he knows. Doc said, how did you guess? Okay, let's play a little bit more. Airplane cabins are practically soundproof, Mr. Knight. Okay, so thank you, so it wasn't a silencer. If you close the door, nothing can be heard from the outside, not even gunfire. So is the bulkhead door also soundproof? And that would be why the president didn't know about that other shot? But wasn't the president right next door? Very true, which means he may have heard the shot himself. Well, Mr. President?
I didn't hear anything.
But you can observe this room through your security feed, can you not?
Oh, the camera in this room isn't normally on. I have to manually switch it on when I enter the safe room.
And that's what you did this time too, right? Right? Right?
Well, that is a funny story. You know that meme with Anakin Skywalker and Padme Amidala? And she's like, it's this, right? And then he just looks at her and then she repeats it. It's kind of how I'm feeling right now.
What's gotten into him? Mr. President, this is vitally important.
Right. Well,
Please, President Wang.
Fine. I was busy hiding under the bed, covering my ears.
What? Even though you knew the whole thing wasn't real?
Yes, because I hate the sound of guns. Just the slightest hint of that awful noise. And oh, it's just too much.
Oof. Oh, that there's sadder than a pot of overcooked crawfish. Yes, everyone, attention back on me. I'm the protagonist of this game. Mr. Knight, you saw that President Wang was cowering beneath a bed. Oh. And what's more, you knew from the monitor bank that the security camera for this room hadn't been switched on. Which means you knew that the circumstances were perfect for you to fire the third shot straight at Mr. Rook.
Oh, Knight, how could you? Could you really have betrayed my trust so horribly?
Oh, you think I killed the old half-wit? Oh, you don't trust me much, huh? This is the thanks I get for putting my life on the line for you day after day.
Well, I want to believe you, but...
Well, I don't get it. I just don't get it. What is there to doubt here? What, you don't believe that the girl over there could have done it? No, because this gun isn't the murder weapon. We know this from the number of bullets fired. Oh, yeah? Well, how do you know there wasn't a spent bullet from the start? What? Someone could have fired a bullet from that gun yesterday or the day before. Okay, I did say that, so I'm glad they're addressing this. Well, and today, another bullet. The bullet that hit Rook. But that's pure speculation, pal.
And you know it.
I'm just gonna stay here. I like nuzzling my left shoulder up to Mr. Edgeworth's chest, huh?
Daddy Wonga, Crystal is blue now. Blue. This is like that one scene in Breaking Bad where Jesse falls in the toilet. It's orange now. Stop it, Crystal. Stop, it's red slash.
Ah! Thank you for the 10 bits. It is so confusing. I just looked over at the overlay I have at the very bottom of the chat there, and I was confused when you said blue because it's like, yeah, it's red. Oh, and hang on. Looks like we got a chatter over on YouTube. A chatter named Your Opinion Is Wrong. You know what? I feel like your username is perfect for watching me play. It says, first time seeing this channel, your voice for everyone are incredible. I love Knight's braying. Oh, thank you. Is that what it's called? Braying? Like what a horse does? Like when a horse goes, like that? So thank you. Thank you. Your opinion is wrong. Just so you know, most of the chatting is going on over here on Twitch. So I don't know if you did that recently or if that was a long time ago. I glance over at YouTube periodically. but I do read every comment out loud eventually. I'm like probably a good 20 minutes behind in Twitch chat though. So yeah, if you say anything else, I'll be sure to read it out loud, but welcome. I hope you enjoy your time here. Oh, and a little smiley face, so you're still here. Awesome. In fact, here, let me give you something real quick. The easiest way to do this for me to type this into the Twitch chat and then paste it over there, because I still haven't set up bots for YouTube. But also, let me give you the rundown on our schedule. We stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays, currently alternating between this, Ace Attorney Investigations 2, and Metaphor Refantasio. So tomorrow's gonna be Metaphor, Saturday will be off, and then Sunday we'll do wherever we left off here. But I'm posting a link tree in the chat over there on YouTube, so feel free to check it out if you want. It has like a Discord invite link, TikTok, YouTube. Oh, you're on YouTube. Twitter, Twitch. Feel free to make use of it if you want or ignore it. It's up to you, no pressure either way, but welcome. I am going to have a sip of water and then we'll play some more.
That's pure speculation, pal, and you know it. Maybe, but can you prove it's not true?
Not with any certainty, no.
You're nothing without conclusive proof, so come on. A single piece of evidence straight through my heart. How dare you? Well, what are you waiting for? Hang on. I feel like we're gonna have to present something. Let me save, because I have no idea what we're gonna present right now. I'm gonna save. This is another thing. Your opinion is wrong. What would you prefer I call you? Opinion? May I call you Opinion for short? Is that weird? Whatever I know people as when I first meet them and print on me like a baby bird, so choose wisely. I am a save scummer who shamelessly scums my saves.
There must be something mustn't there, Mr. Edgeworth? At least be proud of me for saying mustn't. That sounds like a contraction you would use. If we can't prove it, tabbies!
Oh, please, Ruffles. I messed up. I know I did. I should have never have done what I did. Not even for a scoop. But murder? No, that ain't me. Ain't a murderous bone in my body. Conclusive proof. If only I could prove that Knight's gun is the murder weapon. Wait, perhaps I can. We just have to find where the bullet went, right? And it definitely, it smashed into that monitor over there where there's that like little bull plush toy, right?
If you at least had the bullet to burst the balloon, you might have had a scrap of credibility. Imagine, you could run forensics to see if it matched my gun.
So again, what we're probably gonna do is we're gonna find the bullet, and then he'll realize, crap, I'm screwed. They're gonna be able to run forensics. He's gonna threaten to shoot us all. Somebody's gonna pull the lever. He'll fall through the trapdoor. It'll be just delightful for the police officers downstairs because there's a culprit and a dead body. And you know what? Sometimes when a free body falls from the sky, this is great. Free body.
If we had the bullet that killed Mr. Rook, forensics could tell us which gun it was fired from. No proof, no case, and a conversation. Objection! Hold it right there! What now? You're not about to claim you do have proof. Of course I do. Oh, this ought to be good. All right, bring it on. Show me this proof of yours. The bullet that killed Mr. Rook is the key to ending our little game. Very well. My conclusive evidence is...
Okay, well, what does this mean? When we say right here, do we mean in my organizer or in this room? I'm going to assume it means organizer, and that not in my possession means that I don't have it, but it's in the room. It's where the smashed monitor is. But I am saving again, simply because it has that option right there. So that's what I'm gonna press. Give me just a minute to think about this in case I second guess myself as I read a couple more comments in the chat. See, Tiff says to Doc, ooh, sounds like fun. Can't wait to see that in action. Nora said the Rise dungeon is definitely worse than Kanji's. They're just different. They're bad in different ways. Boba says to Doc, the funny thing is he will not remember what he said when he reaches this. Huh?
Speaking of baby birds and Logan being imprinted on, Rukov told Nora and I the story of how his name is actually pronounced Rukov and he is the reason you give that warning. I'm deeply disturbed by this information. Also, please tell everyone in chat to stop changing colors and I'm scared.
Oh, is everyone changing colors now? Go for it, change colors. I'm always orange. Should we just have everybody be orange? Does everybody want to be my color? Thank you very much for the 10 bits. I do appreciate that, Oak. A couple more comments here. But yeah, that's the thing. I actually don't remember what you guys were talking about because I don't know how far back that was. Crystal said, just call him Horace. Crystal says it's easier to remember. It is, and it's just such a better sounding name. Tiff says Horace, horse, sigh. Oh yeah, for our new friend over on YouTube, your opinion is wrong. This is a blind playthrough I'm doing, but Chad has told me what the fan translation names were before they did the official ones. And so yeah, I guess I should ask you, are you an Ace Attorney fan? Are you familiar with this? So I guess Bronco Knight, his fan translation name is Horace Knightley, which I just think is such a better name. Oh, in fact, your opinion is wrong. It adds some more posts over on YouTube saying, I saw you pinned that you mainly use Twitch. Their ads always bring being unskippable, just drives me mad, so I don't use it if I don't have to. That's totally understandable. If it makes you feel better, your opinion is wrong. I always have my Twitch channel set up. They won't let me completely remove ads, but I have it at the maximum. You get a pre-roll ad. And then I have all ads like during it turned off because like I know that like I get money that way, so I'm kind of shooting myself in the foot, but I hate ads. I do too. So that is a perfectly legitimate reason. And your opinion is wrong also says, yeah, I go by opinion. Okay, it says I love Safe Scumming Heart. Okay, good. Oh, and a pinned message pinned by Crystal, written by Crystal saying, I am a puppy. I'm gonna stop the sentence part way so I can clarify this is Crystal talking so nobody can take that out of context. Kicker. Crystal referred to herself as a puppy kicker right there. Let me read one or two more comments and we will get back to the game. Let's see. Oak says to Nora, yeah, Kanji was kind of freaky, but mostly gay. Rise was just straight up sexualized. They both were, though. And so, I don't know. Oak says no pun intended. Nora said, I still think she's bi. Oak says straight up. Oak says to Nora, I mean, maybe there's no evidence, unlike every other character in the game. Nora said, I know, but I can feel it. I have a really good gaydar. Oak says, I am gay. Quickita said, but Shelly, he can do whatever he wants with whatever he wants. Bubba says, see, he called her a queen. Nora says, totemo. That means very, right, in Japanese. Doc said, this is one out of 3, I think? Quickie says, yep, 1 out of 3 testimonies left the game. Oh, crap, so I might not finish this case tonight. I gotta get back into this. Okay, so I'm gonna say not in my possession because I think the evidence is gonna be the bullet, and he doesn't have it, but it is in the room. It's over by the monitor. Not in my possession. Not currently in my possession. All right, then. Thanks for playing, folks, but that's game over. However... there we go. It is here in this very room. What? As we know, the bullet that killed Mr. Rook passed through his body. But where did it end its journey? Perhaps we should cast our minds back. That stuffed toy there makes me think somebody saw it like, ah, crap, like Knightley, whatever, Horace, Bronco, whatever, ran over, shoved that to like cover up the bullet hole, probably. After passing through his body, the bullet that took Mr. Rook's life then found itself lodged in that vest. He's right. If the president hadn't been wearing that vest, things could have been a lot worse. Oh, so maybe that's what Shelly the Killer saw in the dark. Maybe he went over there and like checked and felt that there was a bullet back there. Because remember, he detected something in that blackout that convinced him of what had happened. But now, of course, we know that the so-called assassination attempt was a complete fabrication. The vest was prepared in advance, made to look as if it had been hit by a bullet. Which begs the question, where is the real bullet? I like it. Oh, twist. This is good stuff, Edgeworth. Come on, Dan. Don't keep us in suspense. Does any of the evidence point to where the bullet that killed Mr. Rook might have ended up? Oh, crap. Okay, so what do we got? We got our prosecutor badge, steel samurai balloon, newspaper clipping, Miss Lloyd's tape, the bullet trajectory, case photograph, security plan, revolver. Oh, the monitors, there we go. Security monitors. Our save button is gone, so screens showing footage from in and around the aircraft. One monitor is missing. And this has got to be it, right? Let me read a couple more comments in the chat, though. Quia said 1 of 3 testimonies left in the game. In the case, I mean, I mistyped. And Bubble says 4805. Oh, crap. I am 40 minutes behind in chat. And Oak does go 253 pin message. Doc says there are 3 testimonies left in the game. /J. Tiff says you heard her. 1 of 3 left in the game. Crystal says in the game. Oh, another pin message written by Nora, pinned by Crystal says, can someone pin this? Hi, Longa. I would like to say one thing. Boo. Ah! It's so scary. Oak says, Rise book is just the manga adaptation of her dungeon. Oh! Boba says the whole game is the case. Nora said, yes, I bought the Rise book with my grandfather's money. Queen Katie says, I'm in shambles. What happened? Nora said, I have Yukiko's, Kanji's, and Rise's. I would like Chie's. Over on YouTube, Opinion says, I wouldn't call myself a fan per se, but I've watched all of the first trilogy and the AAI official translations. This game is my favorite one. Well, I have to say, I obviously haven't played this game yet, but the previous Edgeworth Investigations game is probably my favorite of the Ace Attorney games. I am very hopeful in this one, though, that it will have, because Chad has promised me that this game is going to have a cameo of my favorite obscure character from the first game, Penny Nichols. And that's why I've been so excited to play this game. Opinion says, this one is the only AA game to make me pace around my room like a madman, as I do with all my favorite games and characters. If you don't mind, may I ask what your other favorite games are? Do you like other murder mystery types of games? I'm just worried because
Hello, Daddy LoganRobo. I'm here to express the appreciation of this whole community for you. You really do make us happy. You are genuinely entertaining, funny, and nice. We really enjoy hanging out with you. Thank you so much, Logan, for being so wonderful, boo.
Thank you so much for the beef long at TTS and for the 50 bits. I really appreciate that. I was worried at the beginning when it was like calling Logan Daddy or whatever. I'm like, crap, this is gonna be. But that was like really heartfelt and really sweet. Thank you so much, Oak. I really appreciate it. I should also mention to Opinion that it's an inside joke why we call it beef long. You probably picked that up from context clues. But yeah, this game already had one thing that made me like racking my brain, but it was because the characters were so stupid. That when in the picture when the President Wang had like the red dot on their forehead. And it was like obviously a laser sight from a gun. And they're like, yeah, I guess it was a birthmark. And I was like, oh my gosh, everyone was so stupid. It was horrible. So that one, I didn't understand. I had underestimated the stupidity of most of the characters in this game. But I am looking forward to some challenging stuff. When we played Dual Destinies, I really liked that game. I loved the characters in that game, but I do feel like it spoon-fed a lot of the stuff to us. So let's play a little bit more. Let me have a sip of water and see what happens here. Does any of the evidence point to where the bullet that killed Mr. Rook might have ended up? Yes, security monitors. Take that. There's something very clearly missing from this room. Yes, a prosecutor with some common sense. Oh, you hear what I say? Oh, mic drop, gun drop. Oh, pow, I should not drop a gun. That is very unsafe. I'm sorry. Take a look at the bank of security monitors. Oh, I see you've caught on, Mr. President. Splendid. There are screens here showing views from all around this airplane, inside and out. The only external angle not covered is the right-hand side of the aircraft. And that's because one of the monitors is missing. Oh, I hope he doesn't notice I'm sweating again. There was a monitor in that space previously, wasn't there, Mr. President?
Oh, there was. I have no idea what my plushie is doing there now, though.
It appears be someone's vain attempt to hide what is obviously lacking. Yes, it appears be. But where did it go and why? The why is easy enough to answer, because it was struck by a bullet. For if we were to believe that the bullet in the vest was the real deal, then anything that hinted at the existence of another bullet had to be removed. So where did the missing monitor go? Okay, so the shattered shards there. I assumed that was just what was left of the monitor. That was like a screen, and then that behind the stuffed toy was just like the inside of the monitor. So in that case, was the monitor dumped through the trapdoor? And then the body moved on top of the trapdoor? Wouldn't we have seen like smears of blood? How would you... It's gotta be using the trapdoor, because we haven't dealt with the trapdoor yet. Where, indeed, I believe that it must be hidden somewhere on this plane. After all, there wouldn't have been time to dispose of it outside the aircraft. Detective Gumshoe, conduct a search if you would.
Right away, sir.
Mr. President, extraterritoriality, remember?
Why, I have no objection to the search. Please go ahead. If it will help us discover the truth behind what happened to Rook, I will not stand in your way.
What are you? I don't believe this. Rook this, Rook that. Don't you ever think about anybody else. The search has been authorized, Detective, if you wouldn't mind. Pew!
Yeah. That's right over here. There we go.
Sir, I found the monitor. Hey, I'm helpful. Sometimes I'm good at my job. You know what? Gumshoe deserves his moment in the spotlight, in the sun, being good. I'm gonna read some more in the chat. Oh, and code 253 is pinned. We're not gonna read that out loud. We won't read that out loud. Let's see. Yeah, Tiff was saying, hard to Queen Katie. Doc was saying, this is the final case, guys. Oak says, I have ice cream. Nora says, gimme. Oak says, great game. Tiff says, can't believe I made it to the final stream of AAI 2. Crystal says, after the stream, good games. There we go. Queen Katie said, captions, night scam breath? Well, that's what I said, Queen Katie. Night scam breath. Night scam breath.
Yeah, Gumshoe. You're doing great.
Oh, I'm so glad that you're here to cheer him on, Tiff. Thank you very much for the 10 bits. I appreciate that. Crystal saying, laugh at Queen Katie. Doc says, this is the final case, so Penny Nichols will never appear will appear very soon, /J. Where'd I get never from? I think it's my own pessimism, but thank you very much, Doc. Huh?
Core 253.
No.
For all of those who are new, I'd be shoving my tongue into that hole all the time. This is fully in context.
No, it's not. Okay, thank you for the 10 bits. Opinion, I gotta explain what that quote is. So we've got like a lot of quotes over on Twitch. That quote, we were talking about if you had your tooth pulled and like you're not supposed to like stick your tongue around like in the hole where the stitches are because it could damage it. And I'm like, that'd be awful. Talking about if I had that, yeah, it's that hole, like a tooth hole is where I'd be shoving my tongue all the time. That is the context. Over on YouTube, Opinion says, some of my favorite games. It's so loud in my ear. Thank you very much, Crystal, for the Tomcat. Queen Katie, check us out. What Opinion says. Some of my favorite games right now are Slay the Princess. We played that, actually. If you go into our playlist archive, you can either check the master one that has everything or just the miscellaneous games. We played Slay the Princess. It was a lot of fun. And our community member, Queen Katie, is currently working on 100%ing it. She had 100%ed it before they did like the update with the pristine cut. So Slay the Princess, In Stars and Time. Holy crap, that's another... Are you Queen Katie? Queen Katie, are you over on YouTube as Your Opinion is Wrong? That's another one of her favorite games. Bug Fables. Okay, that sounds vaguely familiar, but I'm not sure if I've really heard much about that one. And Ghost Trick. Oh, we played that too. The VODs are there. I haven't gotten around to posting as YouTube shorts. I've been going through all of our old clips from TikTok and slowly uploading them to YouTube, but we haven't reached that point. That was a fun one. And the character in my icon is from my long-term special interest, 60 Parsecs. Problem is, like, on my screen, the YouTube icons are so small. If I mouse over, does it get bigger? I'll have to check that out. 60 Parsecs. Almost sounds like I would assume that'd be like a Star Wars reference or something. Your Opinion is Wrong says, oh gosh, yeah, the red birthmark thing is so stupid. It says, oh crap, I'll check that out. Yeah, so feel free. I mean, okay. Opinion, I need you to know, I am not good at games. Do not expect me to be good at games. You will be disappointed, but I very much enjoyed Slay the Princess. We didn't like 100% it. We just played it for like an entire night until we had done a bunch of runs, and it was a good time. A good time was had by many. Okay, let's play a little bit more here. Oh, wait, hang on. I see Crystal popped over on YouTube. I need to officially like turn Crystal into a moderator. How do I do that? Report, remove, put the user in timeout, hi, add as a moderator. There we go. Managing moderator, command range block words. The standard moderator can review and remove chat messages and hide or put users in timeout. Wait, can manage blocked words and change chat modes in live? Yeah, managing, that sounds like that's even better than standard, right? I think. So there you go. Crystal Yippee Bonkers is now a managing moderator. Just like Vero. Okay, but Crystal, don't abuse your power on YouTube, though. I don't have a firm enough, like, established presence on YouTube that we can have the abuse of power. So please confine all of your abuse of moderator powers to Twitch, if at all possible. It's actually weird because I do technically have like more YouTube subscribers than Twitch followers, but it's like Twitch is where all the fun's happening. I'm reading a couple more comments in the chat, then we'll get back in the game. Nora says, what does turnabout mean? Why is it in every AA case title? Actually, well, it's not in quite everyone because there's like Rise from the Ashes, but it's like the whole thing where Phoenix Wright is like, I'm gonna turn this whole case on its head. It's gonna be a turnabout or something like that. Quickity says, yes, the single penny appearance is in the credits for no reason. Nora says, I love penny nickels. Doc says, after this testimony, Horace gets mad and he kicks Edgeworth off the case, so Penny becomes a prosecutor and takes the lead. I want a Penny spin-off game. And I hope when Horace kicks him, he springboards like with his feet and kicks up in the air like a horse with his hind legs. All right, let's play some more game because Gumshoe just did a smart. Hey, sir, I found the monitor. Oh, I gotta click into the game, sorry. Excellent work. I like it when Edgeworth praises Gumshoe. Now go ahead and extract the bullet. Let's see. I am a... no, not your hand. You're going to cut up your hand, Gumshoe. No. My hand in here. Come on. I got it. Blood drip. Here's the bullet, Mr. Edgeworth. Gush. Spurt. Okay, you take that bullet. I'm going to lay down for a second. Well... would you look at that? Blood. Sadly, it is Gumshoe's. This is the bullet that killed Mr. Rook. There's no doubt about it. Why are we adding this to our organizer? Are we going to need to use this in a cross-examination? Bloody bullet data jotted out in my organizer found inside a security monitor. This seems to be the bullet that killed Rook. And there you have it, Mr. Knight. The single piece of evidence you requested, straight through your heart. Even you must now admit, if this bullet didn't come from the spectator area gun, then Ms. Lloyd cannot be Mr. Rook's killer. Oh. What? No pithy comeback? Detective, have forensics analyze the bullet for striations? Striations, whatever the word is, and compare them to the gun we found. Yes, sir. We'll get the evidence you need. You can count on it.
Time passes.
Okay, so we got a forensics guy. That's Kablami from AI The Somnium Files, and 2 pawns. All right, let's hear what forensics has to say.
Oh, I'm so nervous.
Our findings are as follows, sir. Firstly, the blood on the bullet is indeed that of the victim, proving that it was the bullet that killed Mr. Rook. Secondly, we found Mr. Knight's fingerprints on the gun, probably from when I handed all the evidence over to him. Now, for the key part, the striations. I'm going to Google that to see how to pronounce that properly. Striations? Pronunciation. Because I think in the past we've called it like rifling mark. Oh crap, why is it not giving me the Google? Google usually gives me like a quick little thing. And now it's linking me like YouTube videos. Okay, this is saying it phonetically. Striation. Yes. The striations. I totally knew what that was. If they're not a match, then Ms. Lloyd is in the clear. Lastly, the striations on the bullet are a match with this weapon. Which weapon is that? What? But how could that? Oh, crap. He switched the guns. When we handed him all the evidence, that's why they had that. Because I thought it was such an odd thing. We gave over the evidence, they gave it all back. He switched the guns. This is not ideal. I'm gonna read some more in the chat. And this is going on long enough. We're already over halfway through the stream. I am wondering if we're gonna finish this case tonight after all. Let's see. Oak says, for being a chess-themed game, they do a very bad job. They couldn't have consulted one singular chess player? Doc says to Nora, Turnabout isn't in every case title. Rise from the ashes, see? Anyway, it's basically like turning around the logic of the case, you know, to turn about. Nora said, I see. Bubble says, I misread that as killed him off the case. Doc says, Horace shoots Edgeworth. Quickita said, don't worry, Logan. there is a Maya Easter egg in this game, and you miss it. I'll clip it for you. Okay, thank you. If we get close, if I pass it, tell me to like go back and save scum, because I feel bad that I missed it in the first game. Doc said, there may or may not be an Easter egg. Nora says, Maya. Doc says, maybe. Nora says, I'm locked in. Oak says, I would allow him to miss a Maya Easter egg. I will threaten him with forced Chidori cosplay. He won't be able to stop me. Doc says, the Easter egg in this game is actually so easy to miss, though. Oak says that he'd be better prepared to dress up. Bubble said, wouldn't you have heard something? That's the other contradiction for me. See, over in YouTube, there's lots of stuff. Oh, because Crystal popped in, was waving. Opinion said, that's okay. Neither am I. Heart. Let's see. Opinion says, hello, fellow monochromatic regicidal time loop game fan. Crystal says, yippee. Says, I don't know how to mod YouTube anyways. Nothing to abuse. And then Opinion with a smile. And Crystal with a face. And an oof. See, I'm staying caught up with YouTube. I'm doing great over there, you guys. See, Nora says, I'm Bumblebee on Duolingo. I was gonna say, but I figured you might get it since Bumblebee is my Twitch username. Oh, well, I don't actually read Twitch usernames after I get something to call you by. Do you guys think that I actually read every single time? Nora says, oh, well, Crystal with a timestamp 55:43. I am still 45 minutes behind. Oak says 55:55. Crystal, how could you miss that? Nora says, it's a Ruby reference. Oh, because Ruby doesn't have vowels in it either, so is there a character named Bumblebee or something? Nora says, Katie knows. Crystal says, man, I'm just following what's on my screen. Oak says, I forgive you, but you were on thin ice. Crystal says, yippee. Aw. Oak said, you're lucky you are so awesome. Crystal with some emote saying, even if I do slow mode. Oak says, no. Nora says, don't you dare. Crystal laughing says, let's see, how many seconds shall I do? Oak says, every time I want to do a timestamp, I think of what the next interesting time is. And then Dury command and duty. Nora said, I've suffered enough today because of that freaking Mia Fey. Hold it redeem. And then Nora says, I will commit war crimes. Okay, let's play it a little bit more. What? But how could that be? No way! Oh, come on. There's no doubt about it, sir. This is the gun that fired the bullet. How? Oh, oh, yeah. Well, isn't that something? Oh, yeah. Conclusive proof that I was right. Oh, yeah. Oh, hey. Hang on, I gotta breathe for a second. I've been talking way too much. Ooh. Sometimes I forget how much my lungs crave sweet, sweet oxygen. What's the matter? You didn't think you had me backed into a corner, did you? Guess you misread the board. Cause the only one backed into a corner here is you. Okay, is this the second or the third cross-examination we've done?
Breathe, redeem, win.
Okay, what should the breathe, redeem be? You guys have said, like, what would the sound be for that? Because it needs to be something that would, like, get my attention, so it can't just be like... or something like that. It should be like... Is there a famous quote of somebody saying, like, breathe, breathe in, breathe out? Preferably something that wouldn't be, like, super startling. Knight's counter. There's no denying it. Forensics proved that the gun and the bullet are a match. The bullet that killed Rook was fired from the gun you found in the spectator area. So who pulled the trigger? It can't have been me. I was up on the stage, which leaves your little friend. Can we check to see if maybe the gun that he has now, unfortunately he's been like handling it like crazy, but if we could find if that has any of our fingerprints, like did any of us like handle it? Or you know, Edgeworth is enough of a professional, he probably like didn't touch it. The hack killed Rook. She's the murderer, and you just proved it. Crap, I should have been paying attention to what he said. I am not a good lawyer. Your move, Edgeworth, but just remember two things. One, where you found that gun. And two, which gun the fatal bullet came from. Whichever way you look at it, I can't have been the shooter. Oh, how did it come to this? Me and the president, we admitted to faking the assassination attempt. Now it's your turn to admit something. Who the killer really is. There's no way Tabby dead, is there? Don't let him get to you, Kay. We just need to go over his statements again. There must be something further we can deduce from them. Okay, let's do this, Mr. Edgeworth.
Knight's counter. Rebuttal.
Okay, you guys know the drill. We're gonna save and then press every statement and then figure out what we're gonna present as evidence. I am not quite sure about this one. Save. See, Nora says, I hate you, Crystal. Crystal says, mwah. Nora says, he's not behind. Crystal says, I love you too, Nora. Nora said, well, not fair. Not far? I am far behind. Bubba says, no, it's Crystal cheating for the win. Guigita said, Logan, I almost choked on my chips. That should say a lot. Wait, what? I don't know what I said. I don't know when that was. Did I say something right? Who?
We have duty for duty, but when are we going to add deuce for deduce? The poopy twins.
Well, we had, what was the thank you for the 10 bits. I appreciate it. What was the typo that they had last time? I had deduce or something like that. It should be that. I'm not sure. Huh. But thank you very much again for the 10 bits. I do appreciate that. There's no denying it. Forensics approve that gun and the bullet are a match. Hold it. No, that's... Objection. What was it you said that forensics would back you up? Oh. How does it feel to be shot in the chest by your own conclusive proof, huh? Not so good, I imagine.
The bullet and the gun are a match, Mr. Edgeworth. It kinda has to be that Tabby pulled the trigger, though.
Even so, I simply cannot accept that.
But sure, there's no denying the evidence.
There isn't. So what am I missing? If I assume Ms. Lloyd to be innocent, then the gun and the bullet shouldn't be a match.
This is what you do, Mr. Edgeworth. I gotta have my little finger do that too. Okay, I'm just like you.
What is it, Kay?
I was just thinking, if the evidence points to something that doesn't seem possible, then maybe there's something wrong with it.
You're asking me to call the evidence into question?
Well, there's no way Tabby did this, right? So if the evidence says that she did, then the problem must lie there.
You seem very sure about this.
Call it my great thief's intuition.
Intuition, huh? Still, she could be right. After all, the music stopped after she said that, so it must be important. I simply don't believe Ms. Lloyd to be a malicious liar, which means, as someone who believes that evidence is everything in court, the irony is not lost on me, but if I were to call a piece of evidence into question, it would have to be... It's the gun. I am going to save. I didn't expect it to be to do this to me on the first pressing statement. Does that mean we're not going to press the other statements? We're not going to be able to hear all the extra content of the bickering back and forth? But it's the gun. If something untoward is going on here, it would have to involve the weapon, not the bullet. After all, we only just recovered the bullet a little while ago. Furthermore, we know that Mr. Knight had an opportunity to handle the gun.
Now hand over the evidence you have gathered and remove yourselves from this plane.
I'd do as he says if I were you, Edgeworth. Oh, this can't really be the end of the line, can it? Indeed, he had ample opportunity. There's no doubt that this gun is the weapon that was used in the crime, which means it must belong to... Horace Knight? I mean, maybe Bastion Rook? But no, because Bastion Rook's is in his hand. Horace... Why is it asking me this? This seems too obvious. I don't like it when it asks me obvious questions.
Take that!
The gun belongs to Mr. Knight. He switched them around. That has to be it.
Mr. Knight's revolver data jotted down to my organizer.
Switched for the one found in the spectator area. Bullet markings match those of the bullet fired in the incident. Okay, so now I can just present this as evidence. Say, look, my organizer says he switched it. Conclusive proof. Okay, so we are still... Okay, so we just had to do that to update our evidence. Okay, let me have a sip of water. I'll read a couple more comments in the chat. Magpie says, I have dragged myself out to listen. Probably gonna play some Arkham Knight while I listen. I'm, well, just tired. Magpie, how are you doing? Welcome. So good to see you here. I hope you're enjoying Arkham Knight. How many times have you played it through? But thank you for being here, Magpie. Even if you're listening, hi. Know that we appreciate you. See Nora with an emote, Crystal laughing, saying oopsie. Nora said, I've met him from Turnabout Sisters, but Crystal sticking out a tongue. Bubba says oopsie. Oak says, no, Logan, that's the opposite of what you were supposed to say. What was I supposed to say? Crystal says oopsie daisy. Queen Katie says, captions, Christopher is just an abusive life that takes us all. Well, that's what I said, Queen Katie. Christopher is just an abusive life that takes us all. Queen Katie says, what the heck, captions? Crystal laughing. Nora says, so true. Magpie says, aw, I can't add to the prediction, lol. I'm unsure about this. This might be 2 streams in a row where we have massive prediction upsets. Crystal says, how could a caption get it wrong when it's already TTS? Laughing. Gallop says, I can't wait for my birthday next month. I'd be the meaning of life. Oh, you're turning 42? The answer to the question of life, the universe, and everything? Happy almost birthday next month, Gallop. Crystal with an emo. Nora says, I don't even know what that is. If that's supposed to be a word, it looks like a keyboard slam, but there are vowels in it. Nora says, oh, okay. Oak says to Gallop, you're 42. Gallop's turning 42. Hang on, I gotta breathe again. Opinion, if you're still here, during the second half of these Ace Attorney streams, I sometimes have to pause for oxygen. Talking nonstop for 3 hours sometimes makes me a little lightheaded. Whew. There we go. And Queen Kitty says, I don't know, it comes with my computer. I think the captions themselves are deaf. Crystal says, laughing. Nora said, your captions need captions. Crystal laughing and saying, so true. Gallop says, yeah. Queen Kitty says, for real, for real. Crystal says, you guys really don't like slow mode. Nora says, Tabby Lloyd, I love you. Bubble says, I uninstalled Animal Crossing because I need space for Anton Blast. Animal Crossing wasn't jabbing with me. It was 4 gigs. Okay, I hope. Because like Animal Crossing, you now have the ability to back up your island places, right? You know how the Switch is backwards compatible? Switch 2, I should say, is backwards compatible with the Switch 1. I doubt I'll get it at launch, but if I eventually get a Switch 2, I'd want my island to transfer over. Tiff says, I think Knight hired... Okay, this is what Tiff thinks. I think Knight hired to kill Rook. Just with how Knight is acting, I think he wanted Rook out of the way. So there we go. Well, that was one of the two. So at least we're on the same page with that. Oh, a pin message, pinned by Crystal, written by Queen Katie. Saying, something to note, Logan. He switched the guns literally while we were doing the mind chess with the president. Okay, so that means we were distracted, right? We were paying attention to the president. We're paying attention to the giant Wang in the room. And so he swapped the guns. Oh, and over on YouTube, Opinion says, I like how Knight is a lot more confident and intimidating than other tutorial killers like Sawheat or Portsman. It matches the higher stakes and greater length and complexity than other tutorial cases. And then don't worry, I get it. Okay, good. And yeah, because like this... Okay, I play slowly, Opinion. As you can probably tell, because I'm yappy. I like to talk to the chat. And I'm also just slow in general. I like to explore things. I like to get all the content out of games. So it usually takes me about 2.5 times as long as normal people to play a game. And so, like, tutorial streams will usually take 2, maybe 3 streams. Oh, tutorial cases for Ace Attorney games will some 2 or 3 streams. This one, we're on what now? The 6th, I think, for this game. It's long, but I do like the complexity. It's like just tossing you right in. And I do like that Winston Payne still appeared in it, even if briefly. And even if it was his final appearance. Okay. So let's play a little bit more here. I gotta click back in. There we go. The bullet that killed Rook was fired from the gun you found in the spectator area. Hold it. Mr. Knight. No, you hold it. You're the one who proved this. Or are you saying that forensics was wrong? The bullet had the victim's blood on it, which means it must be the one that took his life. And it does seem to have been fired from the gun we found in the trash can. Except, did it expect me not to press the first statement first? Because we're already in our brains, we're thinking that he swapped the guns. Don't you just love this? Your face, Edgeworth. Oh, what a picture. Oh, of a man in dire straits. Yes, well spotted you. Oh. Let's just agree that the facts are what they are and move on. The gun fired the fatal bullet. So who pulled the trigger? Held it? Yes, who indeed? Still can't bring yourself to admit the truth, huh? I get it. I was in your shoes just a few minutes ago. Burned me up on the inside, you know, made me really want to shoot someone. Sorry. It's no laughing matter, I know. But we both know who really did shoot someone, don't we?
It can't have been me. I was on stage, which leaves your little friend.
Hold it! What proof is there that Miss Lloyd fired that gun?
What proof? How about the forensics you ordered?
They didn't find her prints, though, did they?
Yeah, the only prints they found were yours, pal.
Objection.
From when I confiscated the evidence, probably. Anyway, say it wasn't, Miss Journalist. Who was it? Because it can't have been me. Your own investigation put the shooter in the spectator area, didn't it?
Oh.
Are you ready to admit it yet? All the evidence points in one direction.
I gotta read some more in the chat. This cross-examination is taking a little bit of a while. Crystal says 100 gigabytes. I know, just for Genshin. Quickita said, and that's why I was happy to have Genshin come on Xbox. Nora says, so much for Genshin being on my wish list. Galp said, that's why I've got a big hard drive. Quickita says, I even bought an extra drive for my PC just mainly for Genshin plus other games. Oak says, I have 4.3 terabytes of storage and I still can't justify using that much on a single game. Gallop says, Star Rail. Oak says, to be fair though, 2.3 of those terabytes are on really slow old hard drives. Nora said, I gotta sign up for my classes next year. Are you gonna take anything fun?
Put the hydrate routine down. This is for those who breathe.
Okay.
Logan Robo brain rot. Boo.
Thank you for the 10 bits. I do appreciate that. So is this a hydrate or a breathe? I'll do both. Hang on. A little bit of hydration and... There we go. Thank you very much for the 10 bits and for the hydration and breathe reminder. Quickita says, man, too bad I'm broke. And Tiff with the objection earlier. Quickita says, thank you, Tiff. Oak said, but I got a 2 terabyte Gen 4 SSD recently. Crystal says, laughing. Galp says, I got all the gacha games on separate drive, which is SSD. Tiff salutes. Galp says, internal SSD. Oak says, honestly, at some point in the future, I might get a 4 terabyte Gen 5 SSD, so I never have to worry about storage again. Quickita said, I think that's what I have too. It's very neat. Nora said, I choose for my electives driver's ed. That's right, I'm gonna get permit, then license, and a motorcycle license. For the sake of everyone else on the road, please don't. Then a class called Note-Taking and Study something I forgot. Then the interior design. Then Pinterest projects, that's a class? Let's see, Crystal doing some commands. Gallop said it's one of those smaller SSDs. Oak said, bro, is the Yosuke? Quickita said, if this was Phoenix or Apollo, we'd have a brain drive by now. Nora says, stop. Oak says, I just wish I had the energy to reinstall Windows and use an SSD as my boot drive. That was the problem we had when Clan was helping me switch over to an SSD so I could play Baldur's Gate 3, was switching everything over to make it a boot drive, and it was a pain. Oh, a pinned message, written by Crystal. Pinned by Crystal says, you know that you peaked in popularity if they now consider Logan Robo brain rot /J. Oh, that reminds me, I gotta show you guys, I stumbled upon the funniest thing the other day, okay? I meant to retweet this on Twitter, but I guess it's funny to me, but also kind of amazing. I happened upon this tweet that somebody posted saying, there's this dude on TikTok. Here's the thing, this tweet is from August of 2023, so this is a long time ago. Said there's this dude on TikTok who posts his Twitch clips, and he's been posting some of AJ, Apollo Justice, and I can say he may just have the funniest voices for the characters. Like, this is how I imagine Clavier sounding in my first playthrough. He is actually spot on. Thank you, Logan Robo! And this person posted the clip of the, hair, forehead, hair, when he's like getting the hair out of his forehead. So I'm like, holy crap, some like random person on Twitter said nice things about me. I was like, wow, I want to like retweet it, but I also don't know if that's weird because it's old. But I stumbled upon that. I'm like, wow, that's nice. Let's see, Oak saying, because using a slow hard drive as a source for Windows is a bad idea. Nora said, don't compare me to him, don't give me memories, I do not want anyone else on my motorcycle. Doc says, I do intend to spit it out in bed, ... Okay, I no longer have to take shots of water for that, right? Oak says, Logan, we need more gay sex jokes here. And timestamp 107:32. I'm getting further behind. Doc says, waiter, more gay sex. Oh no, more say gex, says Doc. Quickita says, an hour in after the first testimony, not bad. Oh, with the
Well, that's awesome. You should retweet that. Speaking of Twitter and things you should do.
Ah! Okay, thank you very much for the 10 bits. I do appreciate that. Oh crap, that's right. There was the other thing. I am so bad with Twitter. It's like the only time I even think about it is when I am going to post. Now I check it twice a day. I check to look for Transformers memes to show Vero on Discord, and I will pop on there to like post that I'm going live. I need to do better. I'm sorry, but thank you, Oak, for the reminder on that. Let me read one or two more comments and we'll get back in the game. Nora says, phone is plugged in. Crystal says, oof. Oak says to Nora, thank you for reminding me to charge my phone too and do Duolingo. And Nora says, someone please stop Logan. Stop me from what? I'm gonna play the game. You can't stop me. The hat killed Rook. She's the murderer and you just proved it. Held it? That's not what I proved at all. Oh yeah? So what did you prove? Still trying to make this about how I fired the first shot? Sure, you proved that and I admitted it. But so what? You're forgetting that you're here to do one thing and one thing only. Hey, you got that right, to uncover the truth. And you think ruining your country's relationship with Zhang Fa is gonna do that? No, your job is to solve an attempted assassination, nothing else. Except if we prove that the killer... Here's the thing. It would cause an international incident if one of our citizens attempted to kill him. If Horace Knightley's, or Bronco Knight, whatever, if his story is true, that would ruin our relationship. But if he's the killer, then that's an internal matter. And Japanifornia is in the clear. I'll decide what my job is, thank you very much. You don't get to tell me what to do. Oh, sure. Let the trail go cold while you flip your wig over who gets to say what to who. Who gets to say what to whom? If it's an object, it's whom. Subject is who. Or you can finally do the right thing and admit that your little friend is guilty. Never. You're the guilty one here. There's no doubt about it. The markings on the bullet are consistent with those left by the weapon from the trash can. But if Mr. Knight were to have tampered with the gun somehow, he could have only done it once I'd handed over the evidence, not a moment before. Isn't there anything we can do, Mr. Edgeworth? There must be something. Our reasoning thus far has been sound, I'm sure of it, which means we can overcome his defenses this time as well. Really? Even with the forensic results on his side? If a testimony is untruthful, there is always a contradiction to be found. Let's listen to what he has to say for himself one more time. Okay, so it's going to be the edited evidence about the gun. Forensic proved the gun and the bullet are a match. The bullet that killed Rook was fired from the gun he found in the spectator area. So that's going to be what we present. We're going to present the gun to that, right? Let's save in case I'm dumb. Save. Save. What does it mean, latter Bronco Knight? Oh, because it's the second half of the chapter, I guess. Okay. And let's try to present the gun. Switched for the one found in the spectator area. Bullet match. Okay, there we go. Yes, present. Objection. Yay. Admit it. You switched the guns, didn't you, Mr. Knight? That's why the markings matched the weapon in question. It was yours all along. He's so direct and to the point about it. I like it. An intriguing move there, Edgeworth. And you must have made the switch when I'd handed over the evidence, while I was busy trying to make the case for remaining on the investigation. We get so many of these pictures. Edgeworth is missing his little wrinkly lines underneath the corner of his eyes. You took the laser sight from the gun we found in the trash can and put it on your own. Yeah. Oh, there's a pinned message. Oh crap! No, it's the same pinned message as before. Can I be brain rot? Can I please be brain rot? I want to be brain rot. I'll read one or two more comments here. Let's see. Quick said Bronco's objection is starting to sound like he's saying actually. Nora says random question. Has anyone here read Fifth Wave? No. What is that? Is that a comic? Is that a book? Oak says new One Piece chapter is so peak they just confirmed the most bat crap insane theory. I did see, Oak, on TikTok a little advertisement that was like Netflix One Piece, but it was a picture of a hat, like Luffy's straw hat, but it looked like oddly like plastic and blocky. And then it got picked up and it's like Lego. So apparently they're doing Lego One Piece now? I don't know if that means that Netflix is doing a Lego One Piece cartoon. Is that what am I getting the message correct here? Crystal says, yeah, YouTube doesn't allow it. Oak says, like, absolutely, Crystal, bonkers. Crystal said, that bonkers of a theory. Oak says, also, Logan, how do you know about silencers? Are you a murderer? No, I like to watch stuff where they say, like, here's things that are stupid in movies. Because, like, I've mentioned before, like, I majored in film. And so it's like, that's the type of stuff that I like to hear about. Oak says, Crystal, yes. Nora says, is it the, Queena one? Oak says no. Nora says that would be actually so funny. Oak said it's been a theory since chapter 1 and really took off around chapter 850, I think, and they confirmed it. Technically, it's been confirmed for a few chapters, and they just officially confirmed it. Quickita said, oh, you could say that Wang was the cowardly lion. You could also say that Horace Knightley is the one who was really lion. But I do like that. I feel bad because, like, we gave Will Powers, like, a cowardly lion voice in the first game. So it's like, I didn't want to reuse it, but yes, we definitely could, Queen Katie. Nora and Crystal with some emotes. Oak said they were obscuring information that would guarantee it, but now it's official. Oak says, why is Crystal blue? Queen Katie says, Crystal, so that's where we're at when Oak was complaining about Crystal changing colors. Let's play some more of the game. And put it on your own. Then, not long afterwards, you handed that gun back to me instead of the one we found. Oh, I did, huh? Who, you think I somehow knew you'd find little... What?
I don't think it's a cartoon, I think it's just an official Lego set being released. Also, spoiler chat is talking about how funny you are, and this is the first time I am hearing about film Major Longa. It makes so much sense. Cramming in many things into one TTS.
And it cut off into one TTS to save bits. And I'm just gonna stop reading right there because it looks like the next word could be very scary. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. I appreciate it. I don't believe spoiler chat's lies about me being funny. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. I do appreciate that. And I appreciate all of you in spoiler chat, even though I never get to see it. I'd love to see like more screenshots from that after I've passed by whatever spoilery things you guys talk about. Opinion, if you're still here over on YouTube, a lot of our Twitch chatters have a Discord group chat they call the spoiler chat, which is basically for people who've played the games that I played before, where they're able to laugh about like, his theory is so wrong, or oh my gosh, he doesn't realize this joke he made actually foreshadows such and such thing, or stuff like that. So yeah. Oh, and Gallop with the clip. Hang on, let me load this up with the clip viewer, so we can all watch this together. Then we'll be right back to the game after we see this. Let's see what Gallop's clip is. This will also give us a rough timestamp to tell me how far behind I am. An hour behind now. It's titled Right. Okay, let's see what this clip is. Right. Oh, it's this bit. The Star Wars reference.
Well, that is a funny story. You know that meme with Anakin Skywalker and Padme Amidala?
That's what I sound like?
Is this right? And then he just looks at her and then she repeats it. That's kind of how I'm feeling right now.
What's gotten into him? Mr. President, this is vitally important. Right. Thank you very much for the clip, Gallop. I appreciate that, and I'm glad I got to hear what my voice for that dude sounds like outside of my own head. With the huh?
Logan, you are funny. Genuinely one of the funniest people I've ever seen. For a long time I've been wanting to make a compilation of all of my favorite jokes and media, and the compilations I've made of you are basically my prototype versions. Boo. Boo again for last time greater than.
Thank you very much for the 10 bits. And for the kind words. Again, I'm trying to get better at taking compliments. So thank you very much. That means a lot to me. As I mentioned, I think it was last stream, as I mentioned, as someone who was like never particularly popular or into sports, and someone who's always been kind of socially awkward, humor is the only way that I can make friends. And so it genuinely means a lot to me. Huh?
Logan, important question. What is 2 + 5, 8 to 5?
8 to 5. Oh, hang on, because we got to do order of operations here. 2 plus 5, then in parentheses 8 minus 5. Okay, always do inside parentheses first. Okay, so 8 minus 5 is 3. Then you do multiplication first. 5 times 3 is 15. So then the 2 plus 15, the answer is 17. Why? Is somebody saying something other than that, Beowulf? Is somebody saying something that's not that? So yeah, 8 minus 5 is going to be 3. 5 times 3 is 15. 2 plus 15 is 17. Is anybody saying... If you say something different, I'm going to see it in chat, and I'm going to be so sorely displeased. Oh, a little bit more chatting over on YouTube. Crystal says, murder, Moidor. See, you found ways around it. And Genos is here, says, howdy. I'm really late, it seems. It's okay being late. Genos, I'm just really happy to see you. How are you? How's it going? It's been, I think, a fun stream so far. I feel like I'm zeroing in on the answer here. I thought we'd have finished this chapter by now, but it is still going on. But how are you doing, Genos? We'll read 1 or 2 more comments, or a handful of comments in Twitch chat before we get back to the game. Doc says, blue stall? Crystal says, I'm blue, da-da-dee-da-do-da-do-da-do-dee-da-do-da. Tiff says, his name may be Wang, but dang, is he a... Oh, is that a fox emote? For a second, I thought it was like an orange cat. Nora said, cowering beneath the bed. ... in bed. Nora said, ew, no, make it green again. Crystal says, oh. Quick Kitty says, no. Nora says, no. Quick Kitty says, don't be the Vero orange, not the orange. Crystal says, no. Nora says, only green. Crystal with a fun little arcane emote. Nora says, no. Quick Kitty frowning. Crystal says, I am having fun. Beowulf said, just got myself some good food. Where'd you get it from? Is it... I wish I had money to eat out more often. I was just thinking about that today, Beowulf. Oak says, now Crystal is boring. Doc says, a real rainbow. Oak says, boring color, Crystal. Crystal says, ah. Crystal says, nar. Nora says, why are you mean? No. Oak says, Crystal is Nora. What? Okay. Genos and Opinion, in case you haven't gathered this from the context, over on Twitch, Crystal's been changing her color to match other people's color to make us confused. So, yay. Let's play a little bit more. And actually, it's very confusing to me as well, to be honest. Fortunately, Crystal has like a bunch of icons in front of her, like the moderator icon and things like that. You think I somehow knew you'd find, let alone run forensics on that bullet sometime in the future? You probably knew the bullet was there and so didn't want to take that chance. So yes! Is that so strange? You're a chess player after all. A man well used to thinking several moves ahead. Ooh, spinning. It's like a fidget spinner that kills. I'm flattered, but as much as it pains me to admit it, you're overestimating my abilities. Besides, do you even have any proof that I made the switch? Oh, crap, let's save in case we have to present proof. Because I don't know if we have proof. Save. Save. There we go. Oh, and there's a pinned message. Hang on. I want to wait for it to finish saving before I look at it. Pinned by Crystal. Written by Beowulf, saying, from home, I made baked mac and cheese as lots of cheese and some bread crumbles and barbecue sauce. Oh crap, that does sound good. Dang it, that does sound good. I hope you're enjoying it then, Beowulf. And thank you very much for the pinned message. Okay, so this is the final cross-examination, right? We got like a little bit under an hour before we're gonna be winding down the stream tonight. Actually, it could go long just because I'll need to take like probably a good half hour to catch up on chat at the end. But we might actually make it before the 3-hour mark. Knight's Counter Part 2. Well, the gun is the same model as mine. Weird, sure, but it's just coincidence. Don't we have some evidence that says that it's because that they're like a special model they use in Zhangfa for like Secret Service or something like that? Protection from gunfire, 9 rook reach issued 1. Bullet pass clean through the body. Okay, maybe not. I thought perhaps we did. And look, there's a laser sight attached. Also, take a look in the cylinder. 2 spent bullets. Just what we'd expect to see. So what proof do you have that I switched the original gun out for mine, huh? None, that's what. You say I'm overestimating your abilities. You surprise me. What can I say? I'm a modest guy. More modest than you, that's for sure. That just reminds me of, anybody else been watching Dawn to Dawn? I know Oak said that you were going to start Dawn to Dawn. Just reminds me of the whole Ken Takakura thing. It's like, I'm just an awkward guy. Everywhere except at the chessboard, that is. Everywhere else.
including in the bedroom.
Well, I don't see a chessboard here, do you?
Shame. Still guess that gives you a nice excuse. Quote, I didn't, it's like Edgeworth, I didn't mess up. I just didn't have the right evidence, pip pip cheerio.
I don't think I'll be the one making excuses. Rather, this will be your voice, and I didn't mess up. They just got lucky with the evidence. That'll be your excuse, I'd imagine. You sound like a horse. Night counter part 2. Okay, so you guys know the deal. We're gonna save, press everything. There's only 4 statements. Hopefully some additional info will be added to another statement. Yeah, that, and then save. And then we'll figure out what to present. Let's see. Nora says no. Oak says Nora is Crystal what? Queen Kitty says ew. Nora said no, it is pink Nora except Nora. Crystal says P. Nora says Danganronpa text reference. Oak said bro is the text from Danganronpa. Queen Kitty said okay, that one is good for me, lol. Nora says lol. Crystal with some emotes. Nora said no, go back to green. Oak says normally I'm okay with change, but Crystal's changing name colors is unacceptable. Oak says stop peeing on all of us, Crystal. Crystal says aw. Oak says I love you, but this is not bonkers. Oak says wrong green. Nora said wrong green, try again. Crystal says it is this green then. No. Oak says dark green, Crystal. Nora. Crystal says Nira is green. Queen Katie says Nora. Crystal says Nora. Doc says I'm scared. Nora says Nira. Wait, crap. Was I saying some of those Noras were crystals? Oak says, why are you Crystal now? Crystal says, Nira. Queen Katie with a deleted by Crystal message saying, okay, I think now is slow-mo time, lol. Gallop says, ballistics. Over on YouTube, Jeno says, I'm all right. Still having fun watching Knightley's gun animations. Well, the one that blew me away, almost blew him away. It was one where he's like spinning and he like almost shoots himself in the head. He's done it twice now. Opinion says, voicing a character imitating another character is always impressive. Nice job, thank you. I was like, it doesn't always work. But I love trying that kind of crap like that. So thank you very much. I appreciate that opinion. Let me have a sip of water. Hang on. Crystal says, is it this green? Nora says, a bunch of stuff in Japanese that I don't know what it is, so I'm not going to say it. Crystal says, or. Nora says, yes. Beowulf says, I think guns are important. Oak says, Nora stole Katie. Also, yes, Crystal. Queen Katie says, no. Oak said, no more changes. Crystal says, or this green. That's the one you are, Crystal. There we go. Nora says, okay, back to normal. I can't stand it. Queen Katie said, Beowulf, why are you purple? Crystal says, Beowulf said, just to mess with you. Queen Katie frowning. Crystal says, oh, man, I'm Logan now. It's me. Nora says, OGM. I'm assuming that's oh gosh my. Queen Katie says, yes, it means your inventory. Gallop says, it has to be found first. Beowulf says, quickly, defame Logan. Oh, and that's why Crystal was saying that she's a puppy kicker. Okay. Let's get back into the game. The gun is the same model as mine. Weird, sure, but it's just a coincidence. Let's press on that, because like we established that all the Zangfa security people have the same, that they're like issued the same model of gun, right? A coincidence, you say? Or was it a necessity? It can't be both, pal. Sure it can. We bodyguards need to protect the president, and the girl needed to use a gun, but she probably doesn't know a whole lot about them. It's not so far-fetched for her to pick something she's heard of that we also happen to use. Objection! Why? Thank you, Beowulf. Okay, I'll read a couple more comments in the chat. I was enjoying getting back to the game. I know there are lurkers that probably want to see the game played, but I guess I'll read some more in the chat. Tiff says orange. Queen said no, I'm an angel. Oak says no. Nora says wah. Oak says I'm purple. You can't take it from me. Doc says you can change my color from my cold dead hands. Bubba said you can't tell me what to do. Nora said I can't even see your color. It's gray for me. Bubba says I will change colors as I please. Oak said I'll never turn orange. Beowulf said there's Beowulf as orange saying I'm Logan Robo, and Again, I'm going to stop in the middle so people can't quote this out of context, saying kick puppies and hate Transformers. Quickity said, no, don't bring up my orange trauma from the cafeteria. Oranges stink so badly. Oak says, what the F? Nora said, question mark. Oak says, add quote, if it makes you feel better, your opinion is wrong. Wait, did I say that? Did I say that? No, I said if it makes you feel better. I was talking to the person. Your opinion is wrong. I wasn't saying the statement. Crystal says, oh wait, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, Katie. Quigator says, why am I still gray? I'm supposed to be purple. Nora says, you gray. Quigator said, what would be the sorry for? Glares. Doc said, it's confirmed. Logan is a puppy. Crystal says, I accidentally deleted your message, Katie. Keyboard slam. Oak says, is it always like this, Nora? Quigator says, keyboard slam. Crystal says, I'm sorry. Quigator said, I thought you were being mean, Crystal, lol. Nora says, yeah. Crystal says, I am going back. Okay, now let's play a little bit more of the game.
Okay, but why a revolver? Why is that your go-to gun?
It's probably something to do with its ease of use. No spent casings to chase down, for example. Do revolvers not shoot out the empty shell? I'd always assume, but I'm also not a gun guy. Where's Theo? Theo always knew a lot about guns. So that answers my question before about wouldn't there need to be shells on the ground. Okay, so... I mean, okay, I guess when you're doing a revolver, it just stays in the chamber until you open it up and empty them out, maybe? I don't know enough about guns. Exactly, the perfect tool for a job where you can't afford to fail or don't know what you're doing. Still, coincidence, necessity, it doesn't make a whole lot of difference either way. And look, there's a laser sight attached. Hold it! Because you swapped it on there? Oh, in your face now. Put up or shut up, Edgeworth. Where's your evidence? That is, don't go making accusations you can't back up. Or did your daddy never teach you that? He died in an elevator during an earthquake! Did the earthquake kill him? No, he was shot. There was a lot going on that day. As it stands, the facts are in my favor here. Also, take a look in the cylinder. 2 spent bullets, just what we'd expect to see. Hold it! I've been meaning to ask, actually. What about your own weapon? How many spent bullets are in its cylinder? Well, when he switched them, he probably just, reloaded. This old girl here? Well, now. Woo, oh, yeah. Oh, spinning around. Oh, I let loose a few rounds earlier, as you saw. Huh? Oh, that's right. He accidentally shot himself twice. He reloads his gun every time he fires it. But even if I were to tell you how many there were at the time, you'd have no way of verifying that. Okay, but he just dropped those shells on the ground. So is that important? Is Edgeworth going to say, did we look for the shells, even though it was a revolver? Of course. In order to swap the guns properly, he'd have to maintain the right number of bullets per gun. Is him accidentally shooting himself in the face twice? Is that evidence? I thought that was just a cartoonish animation. It's isn't it so funny when Elmer Fudd or Daffy Duck gets shot in the face? Was that him being sneaky? He didn't have the chance to put on any gloves, though, which means... All right, I think it's about time you did the right thing and resigned, don't you? Game's all but done, see? So what proof do you have that I switched the original gun out for mine, huh? None, that's what. Hold it! The proof is... Stop! I was talking! I was speaking! I was holding the conch shell! Some you clearly don't have. If you did, you'd have made your move by now. Hey, well, we do have proof, right, Mr. Edgeworth? We won't be given the chance to investigate any further. I'll have to work with what we've gathered. Okay, so this sounds like it's not going to add any other evidence. We have to look at our court record. Prosecutor's badge, proof of my profession. However, I prefer to keep it in my pocket. Steel Samurai balloon started out floating on the right side of the lakeside stage, but has since been popped. A special report about President Di Zhongwang. A recording of the president's speech. 2 gunshots can clearly be heard. Extrapolations from bullet trajectories suggest that Knight fired the shot. Shots that popped the balloon. K's photographs. 3 photos taken before, during, and after the shooting. We've pretty much covered everything here, right? Just don't see anything on the ground. Okay, diagram of the president's security arrangements, which were changed only yesterday. Less cover for Lakeside now. Eyes on this area. Rook repositioned in light of Knight's injury. Knight to immediately escort the president to the plane in case of emergency. Stay frosty. We know who might be in the audience. And then before the change, also covered in case of amphibious assault. President safety is paramount. Spectator area should be covered at all times. Okay. Switch for the one found in the spectator area. Bullet markings match those of the bullet fired from the incident. There's blood on the inside. The person who was wearing it must have had an injured left arm. Designed to provide protection from gunfire, Knight and Rook were each issued one. The victim bled to death from a gunshot wound to the torso. The bullet passed clean through his body. A prop used in the staged assassination attempt. The flattened bullet was also planted ahead of time. Screen showing footage from in and around the aircraft. One monitor is missing, left behind by the assassin Shelley DeKiller when he made an escape, adorned with his distinctive seashell emblem. And found inside a security monitor. This seems to be the bullet that killed Rook. Crap. I'm not seeing... Did we save? Let's save again. I'm a little bit stumped. We can figure this out. Maybe. We won't be given the chance to investigate any further. I'll have to work with what we've gathered. Think, Miles, think! That's right, in my own head I call myself by first name. Consider all the possibilities. If you've got the goods, it's now or never. How are we supposed to prove he switched the guns? Unfortunately, we don't have any direct evidence of his wrongdoing, but that in itself is proof of a kind. Because otherwise, the striations wouldn't line up like they do, right, sir? Right. We must carefully consider and infer what we can from the evidence he brings up in his testimony. The truth is in there somewhere. Okay, so nothing new is added. So, gun is the same model as mine. Weird, sure, but it's just a coincidence. I had thought that the organizer had said something about how they were all issued it, but I didn't see that anywhere, so maybe not. Unless, did we look, what else was on the recording here? Was there anything else specifically mentioned? Honored friends and allies, I'm here to deliver a message. The president passionately addressed the assembled crowds as if trying to shake out the reports of his declined popularity by sheer force of will. Meeting scheduled for just after the speech. Correct, yes, the president wants to thank us personally. He seems pretty pleased to be able to put the whole Yadagrasu situation behind him. President thrusts fist in the air as the excitement reaches fever pitch. We shall crush the wicked with the righteous hammer of justice. Bang, bang. Okay, so nothing there. And look, there's a laser sight attached. Yes. Okay. I mean, that's nothing new. That always had been there, had been attached. And there's... Can we examine anything new? Oh, a pring pring! What was that pring pring noise? Oh, Lord Fifth, raider with a party of two, Lord Fifth! It's been a while. It's been a little while. Crystal, would you be so kind as to do a shout out for Lord Fifth? Lord Fifth, I'm like 45 minutes behind in the chat, so I'm gonna scroll down to where the raid is so I can say hi to everybody. See, is Crystal currently at the helm to do a shout out? Otherwise, I'll type in a shout out myself here. For Lord Fifth, thank you for the raid. How was your stream? What were you playing? I'm a little bit stumped right now.
Holy shit. With your unnaturally fast healing and my immunity, I'm not gonna finish that thought.
Like I said, it's been a little while. How have you been, Lord Fifth? So, for anyone who came with the raid, hi, my name is Logan. We stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays, currently alternating between this, Ace Attorney Investigations 2, and Metaphor Refantasio. So yeah, and I do read every comment in chat. I'm just sometimes way behind, but I'm gonna scroll down to where the raid happened, then scroll back up to where I was before. Doc waving, Lord Fifth says, rawr. Oh, it's so scary. I thought you were lying for a second. Oak says, Lord Fifth! Queen Gator said, welcome, Raiders. We're on slow mode, so Logan can catch up on chat. Yeah, because I'm way behind. And I've been talking so much, I need to breathe, so just give me 1 second. Whew, sweet, sweet oxygen. And Crystal was typing in some raid suggestions. That's why I was going on there. So let me copy these down in my text file over here. Thank you very much, Crystal. Thank you. And there's the shout out. It says you were playing Zenless Zone Zero. That does look fun. I'm hesitant to ever try it because it looks like it's one of those gacha games, but it does look fun. Lord Fifth says it was awesome. Nora says Lord Fifth. Crystal with the schedule command. Bumbo says I shall once again recommend Mr. Shasta for a raid. Thank you very much, Bumbo. I will copy that down as well. Was that the one that one of the raid suggestions we had last time? I remember had like 55 viewers or something. It's like, wow, this person really doesn't need us. Oak says, who are the first four lords? It was crap. What were the names of the first 4 Hokage? It was one of them like Yaburame or something like that. It's been so long. Lord Fifth says, it was a great stream. It was a 100 trail end game and only made it to floor 50. That sounds pretty good. I probably would, I don't know what that means exactly because I haven't played Zones Endless Zero, but I probably would have not made it nearly that far. But thank you so much for the raid. I hope you've been well. Like I said, it's been a little while. Welcome. How have you been? I should also scroll back up to where I left off so that I can, oh, hang on. Lord Fifth says, nice to meet everyone. Hashirama, that's right, because it was Hashirama, and he was always going up against Madarama Uchiha. And then you had Tobirama, that was his brother, and he was like was he the one that was kind of a little bit racist? Then Lord Third, but yeah, what was his name? They said his name at some point, but he's the one who was like, was the Hokage in charge, because then Minato, was Naruto's dad, and then Tsunade is the 5th Hokage. So are you Tsunade? You're one of the 3. Crap! It's been so long. I need to finish watching Naruto because I never finished the last few episodes of it either.
Logan, play more game. I need points.
Oh crap! That's right.
Again.
Boom! I'm so sorry. I'm scared. But thank you for the 10 bits. Lord Fifth says I don't recall this moment. Lol. It's okay. But the Sannin, that's what it was, because they were the 3 ninjas, the Sannin. Ha, Jiraiya, and Orochimaru. Over on YouTube, your opinion says it sure is laughing. I assume that you're talking about how hard this section is. I need to figure this out. I'm going to scroll back up to where I left off, and we need to figure out this, because this is a hard one that we're doing right here, Lord Fifth. We're trying to figure this out. Look here, laser sight. I'm not going to try and do his voice right now because I need to figure this out. We had a prediction to see if we could finish this case by the 3-hour mark. I've only got a half hour left. We need to finish this cross-examination and then do story stuff. Also, take a look at the cylinder, 2 spent bullets, just what we'd expect to see. Okay. So what proof do you have that I switched the original gun for mine, huh? None. That's what. Okay, hang on. Let's take a look at this again. We were looking at the gun. In fact, we were even able to see how many spent bullets there were. Was it just 2 spent? Can we turn the chamber? Can we examine it again? It's already checked off, but I want to see. This part is called the grip. No, I'm not trying to click the grip. I'm trying to click the chamber. I've held a few guns in my time, though they never quite felt right in my hand. This one is no exception. Okay. Click the chamber. There we are. Okay, 2 spent bullets in the cylinder matching the 2 gunshots heard on the recording. Proves it. This must be the weapon that was used. Can I click the chamber again? Look at the bullets? It looked like one was on either side of the chamber, but, I can spin it. Exactly 2 bullets fired. This backs up what we heard on the recording. That proves it must be the weapon that was used. Okay, he had originally planted a gun with 2 bullets fired. In order to make itself so that he could have his plot. To get suspicion off of him. Because he was going to fire the balloon, get everybody in there, and then shoot and kill Rook. Right? That's where we're going with what his plan is. He's accusing Tabby Lloyd. Shouldn't she have only fired 1? Because he's admitting that he shot 1. Earlier he was saying like that single shot. Oh, but he also then just said, well, she might have just fired 1 earlier in the day. But he was also saying something about how he empties his gun every time. So I feel like it's going to be the gun. I am not sure why it's going to be the gun. But I feel like it's going to be the gun. And that it'll be something about how like his fingerprints are on the shells. If we take the shell out and his fingerprints are on them, because like, okay, if he handled the gun, right? Because if we handed over all the evidence and he gave the gun back, he would not have touched the shells inside the chamber. And so he would not have fingerprints on them. But of course, when he was emptying it, I feel like that's what it's got to be, right? I think. Let's see where we would present that if that is indeed it. So if we go back to the very beginning, gun is the same model as mine. Weird, sure, it's just a coincidence. And look, there's a laser sight attached. Also take a look in the cylinder, 2 spent bullets, just what we'd expect to see. So what proof do you have that I switched the original gun out for mine, huh? None. That's okay. So this is what we contradict. Let's save before we do this. I'm pretty sure we already saved a couple times, but I'm gonna try saving again. I feel pretty good about this, but I'm also I wish that we could I feel like we're not seeing that actually in the evidence. We're inferring it. We're assuming it, as Edgeworth would say, we're deducing it, but we don't know for sure. But let's try it. We're save scummers. A scum of saves. Present the gun. Nice revolver. Ah, the music stopped. We got it. I just hope it's the same reason that I thought. It might be dumb. Maybe it's something else. I have your proof right here. That's your proof? Oh, I think you've been working too hard, Edgeworth. Not the gun itself. No. The evidence it carries. Evidence that will prove once and for all that it does in fact belong to you. I'm looking forward to this. Go ahead and make your move. What's about to come into play? The rook? Oh, he's dead. The bishop? No, I'm agnostic. Not a pawn, surely. The evidence the gun will provide takes the form of fingerprints. Yes, fingerprints on the bullets. I'm gonna save again, because the save button's there. And as I established before, I'm a shameless save scummer. This has gotta be it, right? I want to feel proud of myself, but everyone in chat probably already figured this out long before I did. Fingerprints, namely your fingerprints, Mr. Knight. Objection. My prints, of course my prints are on the gun. You handed it right to me when you gave up your evidence. How could they not be on there? No. Objection. Why are we shouting that? We're not in court right now. What if I told you there are prints on a part of the gun that you shouldn't have touched at any point? I was right! And there he almost shot himself again. What? Where? You can't prove that. Oh, but I can. There is a place where your fingerprints could never have been left if things happened as you say. Allow me to present the final piece of evidence that will bring our game to its rightful conclusion. Okay, how do I open it? Examine. Okay, we can examine. This isn't presenting, this is just examining. No, not that stupid grip! Not the grip! I'm clicking the chamber, Edgeworth! What is wrong with you? Why are you so obsessed with gripping things? There we are. Here, look closely at the cylinder, detective. Two bullets fired, but where are the prints we're looking for, sir? On the bullets? On the bullets? I mean, but do I do the ones that were spent? Or the ones that were not? I assume the ones that were spent. You did indeed switch the guns when I handed you the evidence. But if that were all you had done, your deception would have been easily detected, because the number of bullets fired by each gun was different. There were 2 spent bullets in the gun we found. Yeah, but what about Mr. Knight's gun? We know that he fired 2 bullets from the stage into the balloon. Okay, that's why it was bang bang, so they both went in the balloon. Oh, that's right, because when he got inside and when he shot Rook, that was the doors were shut and it was sound tight. Sorry, I forgot for a second. Let me read a couple comments in the chat because I feel very proud of myself. I feel very pleased. Let's see. Nora says to Oak, yeah. Crystal says, I'm going back. Oak says, why is your computer ruining me to Nora? We get said, yay, the war is over. Oak says, finally, Nora, fix yourself. Nora said, yes, Oak is totemo gay. Oak says, yes. Crystal says, being orange was a bad move. I accidentally deleted Katie's message. Bad decision. Was it because you were orange? Bill says, okay, Logan has to be defamed. Back to blue. Oak says, what did Katie even say? Quickity salutes. Quote, okay, now I think it is slow-mo time. Also, Crystal says, yee. Oak says, add quote, if it makes you feel better, your opinion is wrong. Crystal adds the quote. So your opinion over on YouTube, you can see how the quotes are just taken out of context. So there, we're at quote 395 5 away from 400. Oak says he was talking about the chatter on YouTube, but this is funnier. Crystal says 10-second slow mode for funsies. Nora said, can somebody pin this? Hi, Longa. I would like to say one thing. Boo. Quigator says, I say that Shelly probably looked at the vest, realized it was crap, and dipped out. Well, I think a lot of it will depend on whether which version of my theory is correct. That Shelly the Killer was either hired by Rook to kill Knight, or... Okay. He could have been hired by Knight to kill Rook if Knight wanted to have an excuse to stage an assassination attempt. Like, if he wasn't just going like, what? There's an assassination going on. I can make this work. He might have created that opportunity himself. Or Rook might have realized that Knight guy is going to try to kill me. I'm going to hire Shelly to kill him. It's one of the two. I don't know whether Rook was his target or if Rook was his client. I do think it's possible that Knight might have been his client. And like I said before, that the whole strangling and messing up his neck was intentional to make it so that he'd have to be switched to that side. So I'm going to go with that one. I'm going to say that Knight was his client to kill Rook. But then as soon as he got there and Rook was already dead, it's like, well, screw you. I'm out of a job, you jerk. So that's what I think. Yes, we're going to go with that. And maybe the reason why you respected Rook is like, man, this guy is hard to kill. Where I should read some more. Quick, Nora said, yay, it worked. Well, Chie's shadow is part of Yukiko's book since it was in her dungeon. Quickita said, context about me being in shambles. I said we had 3 testimonies left in the game. It was a mistype of the case, and everyone came on top of me about it. Do pin that if you wish. Beowulf said, food could use some meat, but it's good. Well, I mean, get some hot dog or ground beef added up in that. I mean, mac and cheese is so much better with a little bit of meat. Nora said, we love you, Logan. Aww. Doc says, that dang birthmark. Oak said, don't worry, I only call you Daddy Logan when I beef Longa because you gave birth to him. Crystal with a timestamp 1:27:28. I am over an hour behind now. Doc says, oh, got him. I should check YouTube also. Opinion says that key smash was from when someone thought you saying my username was you being mean, lol. Knowing what the solution is, but not knowing how to make your character say it is so frustrating. Good luck, man. And there we go. Ooh, I know. I'm happy that we figured it out. So we got it. Wait, I was worried there for a minute, but we're there. Also, what kind of slow mode are we on right now? I should check because I figured out how to do this. We're only at a 30-second. I'm going to up this to 60 seconds because I am so far behind on the Twitch chat. I'm sorry. Doc says, who got him? Nora said, wait, did we miss the Maya Easter egg? Kugita said, nope, it's not for a very long time. Doc says, if you mean in the last game, apparently yes. Thank you, Tomcat. I'm trying to catch up to chat. I know you got to see me play the game, but I'm so far behind. Let's see. Nora says, oh, okay. Oak says, Crystal, can you turn off slow mode? You're making Dot sad. Crystal says, but Logan is far behind. Nora said, no, he's not. This is normal. This is not. I'm over an hour. Doc said, I'm not sad. Twitch is just silencing me. Crystal says, because Twitch is a B word. I heard it will happen. I'm going to be back in the game in a second. Oak says to Doc, exactly won't allow it on your birthday. All hail Gumshoe, says Queen Katie. Nora says, I'm sad. Crystal says, I'm keeping it pinned. Queen Katie says, Crystal, I have a better alternative about the pin message. Look at the president's belly. Crystal says, pfft, says, did the boo skipped? Queen Katie says, salute, boo, and Magpie. Why did I say Magpie? Oak says, maybe. Doc says, jump scare. Nora said, you know what's loud in my ear? Glares at Logan. I don't know. Crystal laughing. Queen Katie said, yes, Slay the Princess is cool and awesome. Doc says, Slay the Princess mentioned. Good game. Okay, so opinion. Doc over here also likes it. I will play some game now because we're less than 20 minutes to the 3-hour mark and you guys have points from your gambling writing on this. We know that he fired 2 bullets from the stage into the balloon. And he fired another bullet into Mr. Rook, ending his life. So 3 bullets in total, plus the few odd ones he let loose in shock during our little game. I know, cartoony and everything, but seriously, kids, don't play with guns. And after each shot, he reloaded his gun out of habit. With his bare hands, of course. Oh. Officer! Where exactly were Mr. Knight's fingerprints found? The ones you mentioned in your report? Sir, they were found on the exterior of the weapon, but also on the bullets themselves. I'm not sure they could have gotten there just from me handing you the evidence, Mr. Knight. Oh, that. Oh, and there we have it. proof that you did indeed switch the guns. This gun, the one which fired the bullet that killed Mr. Rook, is yours! And in taking his life, you are the true assassin! Oh, the room is spinning! Why is the room spinning? I'm going to black out. Oh, I'm better now. I didn't. Maybe he's gonna use the one that, maybe he's gonna be the one to pull the trapdoor to escape. I said before he's gonna pull the gun and somebody will do that to save us. Maybe he's just gonna try and bolt out of there. Checkmate. Grr. Oh no! No! Here! I think you're totally down. That was the way. That was a blue badger. What is all this stuff? What's that stuff? What was all that? There was stuff from old games. What happened? I think one of them was the Thinker. The Thinker kills people. He is dead. You get clobbered with that. You're dead. Oh, I mean, also his head got crunched up into his neck, and I also don't think humans do that. He is dead. What were all the others? There was so many Easter eggs. Huh? What?
Hey, I hate to ruin the dramatic moment, but you can't checkmate enough.
It's true. He doesn't. He doesn't understand chess. Thank you very much for the 10 bits. I appreciate that. I was gonna be the new chief of security. That blasted Rook, if it hadn't been for him, I would have been in charge by now. I would have been in control of the whole team. My plan was perfect. The fake assassination was supposed to be flawless. Okay, so we'll see if I was correct about him being the one who hired Shelly to kill her, as opposed to Rook. Rook is that's my second guess, though. Detective Gumshoe. Right away, sir. Yeah, excuse me. I gotta arrest you. Curse you, Edgeworth! Our game isn't over yet. I'm afraid this is as far as we go for today. So again, is he gonna pull the gun and somebody pulls the trapdoor to save us? Or is he gonna pull the trapdoor to escape? The next moves we play will be in the courtroom. But it's not fair. It's not fair. It's never is fair, pal. Come on, you're coming with me. I'm standing in front of your hands because we didn't have the budget to make a handcuffed sprite. March 25th, 5:12 p.m., Gourd Lake, Lakeside Stage. Oh, and he's back to this big guy. Mr. Edgeworth, I owe you a debt of gratitude. You exposed a murderer within the ranks of my own personal guard. I will not soon forget that. He's suddenly very presidential again, now that we're back outside the plane. I saw it, you know, when I first proposed the fake assassination to him. You want me to handle it? You want me to handle it, not Rook? Rook refused, but I can rely on you, can't I? Of course, sir. You can count on me. I'll put together a plan that can't possibly fail. And he'll play his part like the pawn he is. The hatred in his eyes was plain to see. He despised poor Rook. I was not entirely comfortable about moving forward with Knight in charge of our little deception. And looking back, I think he sensed my discomfort. I can't help thinking I played a part in his decision to end Rook's life. Mr. President, none of this would have happened if you hadn't plotted to fake an attempt on your own life. So yes, it is your fault. You dingus. That was your crime. And it is a crime you will have to live with. You are right. I can only apologize for the part I played. Hang on, I gotta breathe for a second. Sorry, I'm losing oxygen. I should read some more in the chat. Bubble says, I don't think he's making it by the 3-hour mark. Nora says, glares at Crystal and Oak as well. Quinky said, is someone watching me? Except for a ghost trick. Doc says, unrelated, I need to watch through Logan's A Hat in Time VODs. Since that's one of my favorite games ever, we still need to play the DLC at some point, but that was a lot of fun. I also have like a bunch of Hat in Time TikToks, and I think I've posted some of them onto YouTube Shorts as well. Oak says, hey, to be fair, you can increase the prize to Nora. Nora said, I can't inflate the economy. Quinky says, congrats, Crystal, you're a plumber now. Oak says, inflate the economy, breathe, redeem is already 10,000 points for some reason. Also because slow mode, I have 60 parsecs. I never played it, but it's been in my Steam library forever. Opinion, it sounds like our community agrees with your choice of games. Crystal says, laughing plumber. Quinky said, yeah, because it's a wrench on YouTube, I think. Nora said, Penny Nichols spin-off game when? And it's just her. Just like doing nerdy stuff. It could be the card game. The card that she and that kid played. Doc says Gumshoe is made of titanium. He could never. Oak says, I like when Edgeworth praises ... in bed. Nora said he could never. Doc says, I approve of this message. One more comment, we'll get back in the game. Oak says, I can't finish the when Edgeworth praises Gumshoe because Gumshoe is just a nice guy who doesn't have sex with Edgeworth, unlike Phoenix. Okay, let's play some more. And I will no doubt be made to pay for my actions in one way or another. But I thank you nonetheless. You solved the riddle of Rook's demise, and for that, I shall be eternally grateful. I will be here in your country for a little while longer. Just in time for maybe, 4 or 5 more murders somewhere. I don't know how many chapters there are. But when I have returned home, perhaps you will visit us in Zangfar. You will always be welcome. Goodbye. I like Gumshoe's little salute there. Oh, thank you. You all don't know how grateful I am. All's well that ends well. Ms. Lloyd, the accusation of murder made against you was, of course, entirely groundless. But I heard it will happen. I will read some more in the chat. Oh, and over on YouTube, Opinion says, he's the strongest character by being the only one to survive the Thinker's Power / silly. 60 parsecs mentioned. I don't even think it's an amazing game. It's just one thing my autism latched onto when I was like 12 and never let go. But those types of like nostalgic games, I'm a sentimental person. I think that's perfectly great. But yeah, I will read some more in the chat. Doc says, the issue with slow mode is I can't correct my spelling mistakes. I look silly now. Nora said, yep, exactly why I struck. Oak says, I know, how could you do crystals on Dot's birthday? Oak says, hashtag give.vip for today. And there's a clip by Queen Katie. Let's load this up with a clip viewer. What?
Don't listen to Bumbo play more game. It's worth more than 500 points.
But there's an entire... Thank you for the 10 bits. We'll tell you what. We'll compromise. We'll watch this clip, and as soon as this clip is done, we will get back in the game. This clip is from an hour ago by Queen Katie, titled Salute Gummy. Let's check it out. Hopefully it's not like a really long clip. However long it is, that's that much less time we have to finish before 3 hour mark. Excellent work. I like it when Edgeworth praises Gumshoe. Now go ahead and extract the bullet. Yeah,
What was this part?
No, not your hand! You're gonna cut up your hand, Gumshoe! No! Oh, my hand in here. Come on. I got it. Blood drip. Here's the bullet, Mr. Edgeworth. Gush, spurt. You just, okay, you take that bullet. I'm gonna lay down for a second. Well, would you look at that? Blood. Sadly, it is Gumshoe's. This is the bullet that killed Mr. Rook. There's no doubt about it. I mean, you looked at the monitor when you shoved it. There were shards of glass. He was gonna get all cut up. Thank you very much for the clip, Queen Katie. I appreciate that. I will get back in the game now, because apparently y'all are concerned about your gambling. But the fact remains that you are a willing participant in the staged assassination attempt. The police will no doubt wish to speak to you about the matter. You should be aware that you may well be punished for your actions. Oh, I know, and I'm awful sorry about everything. Oh, you are? Okay, then you're free. Free to go. If you're sorry, you can do crime. Truly, I am. I understand your desire for a scoop, but there are limits. There sure are. Got me some serious thinking to do. Like that statue that killed that guy a minute ago.
You did it, Mr. Edgeworth. That was something else. Local prosecutor solves assassination conundrum. Earns eternal gratitude of president. How's that for a headline?
Hey, that there was my department. Mr. Prosecutor, how's it feel to solve such an important case? You must be over the moon. She certainly doesn't stay down for long. No comment. Oh, dang, you're one tight-lipped son of a gun. As well I should be. This case is not over yet. It isn't? How come, sir? Because until we unravel the story behind this, the case will never be completely over. Oh, crap! Okay, I don't see hit points, but this is one of those things where unravel the story behind this. Is it Shelley DeKiller's card? Let's review everything else first. Prosecutor's badge, steel samurai balloon, newspaper clipping, Ms. Loy's tape, bullet trajectory, case photographs, security plan. I mean, the card is it's in there, and I think it's the only thing that we haven't used, right? So it's gonna be Shelley DeKiller's card. Present.
Take that!
DeKiller's calling card?
Mr. DeKiller has yet to complete his assignment.
You mean he might still try to murder the president?
I hope I'm wrong, but if I'm not, this could all blow up into something more sinister yet. Okay, so maybe maybe I was wrong about Knight hiring him. I liked my theory that Knight hired him. As one would expect with the attempted assassination of a president, the case was all over the news, and my preparations for Mr. Knight's trial were constantly interrupted by requests from the press, and probably, I don't know, other murders or something like that. There wasn't a person in the land who didn't know about the case. Everybody was talking about it. But in the midst of the frenzy that followed, nobody noticed that this was only the first move in a game far bigger than any of us could have imagined. Is that the end of the chapter? Turnabout trigger achievement unlocked. The end. There we go. With 3.5 minutes to spare. Although it's not entirely done until I save. Maybe I should read some chat before I save, just to kind of stretch this out. Doc says Edgeworth pulls out his phone mid-investigation to figure out a word. Oak says this message is peak. Can you pin it? Queen Katie with 1:40:25. I'm an hour and 15 minutes behind. Nora said also, guys. Doc said my brother just gave me a birthday gift, and it's so freaking framed. Framed photo of Apollo Justice. That's awesome. Wait, what, like, is it just him, like, normally just, like, standing there? Is it making a funny face? This is awesome. Oak said Nora forgot how slow-mo she sent one message in 2 messages. Oak says, laughing, happy, Apollo Justice. Crystal with a BRB, see when you get back, Crystal. Nora said, I got $6.01 from streaming yesterday. Wait, really? You're an affiliate and you've already made over $6? It's amazing. Oak said, yeah, 2 subs, nice. Nora said, no. Bumblebee is just shortened for Bumblebee. Bumblebee? Which is a ship name in Ruby. Crystal says, I will disable slow mode for now, but I'm going to slow mode again once I come back. Nora said, don't come back. No! Crystal says, gasp. Nora does a heart. Crystal says, /timeout. Nora gasping. Oak said, bro, I'm sleepy, but I can't go to sleep during the stream, so I'm going to stay awake with all my willpower.
Because it's a game!
Thank you for the Monokuma redeem, you guys. Who did that? Oh, it's Crystal. Crystal did that. Nora gasping. Oak says, hey, Crystal is awesome. Queen says, add quote, sometimes I forget how much my lungs crave sweet, sweet oxygen. Oh, thank you, Toilet Duck. I will save my poggers because I'm a good trained Pavlovian dog. Oh, boy! Well, that stopped my trained Pavlovian dog response, so I'll keep reading some chat. Queen said, also, this is the second one in the trio. Nora says, oh, can confirm. Hey, I heard what happened. I will save then. We're just going back and forth. A redeem will make me save. Another redeem will make me stop saving. You see how it goes? So overwrite the already saved. I'm going to do it very slowly to see if there's another redeem coming. Slowly, 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 and click. There we go. Save complete. Okay. So I guess we are done with that. Oh, look at Miles at. Ooh, the captive turnabout. Okay, so that looks like a bonnet of some sort, really kind of fancy dress. That's gonna be some lady, I guess. What is this in front of her? You know that it looks like an oversized one of those. Remember, Jinxie Tenma had those like warding charms. Maybe this lady's a ghost. We don't have a Maya Fey in this, but we can still deal with ghosts. I'll read a couple more comments before we get back into this. And over on YouTube, Opinion says, I'll probably join in on Twitch next stream. We'd love to have you here. Like I said, you might get like a pre-roll ad, but as long as you don't refresh, there should not be any like ads during stream. I don't think I can turn off both, so I figured pre-rolls are like less intrusive, I think. Although then again, I think you can like, I've heard people say things that like you can like time how often the ads happen. And so maybe I could work out a thing because I think you're like, your stream gets up in the corner. Maybe I do a thing where I do like a pantomime puppet show while an ad is going. I don't know. There's got to be some better solution because I just don't like ads. But it'd be awesome having you over here, Opinion. You seem like a really nice guy, and again, you seem to have a bevy of interests in common with our community. Let's see, I got to read some more in the chat. Nora says, "Oh, can confirm, but I can scream really well. I could scream breathe at the top of my lungs." Magpie says the famous quote could be the fitness gram pacer test. Oak says breathe redeem could be a semi-random sound, like just from a game. Nora says, oh, also Oak. Oak says, yeah. Nora said, you should make a bonus section of the voice acting compilation at the end. That's just some of my best screams. Oak says, oh yeah, can we get to the timestamp? 1:45:45. We're over the 3 hour mark. And I'm an hour and 15 minutes behind at 3 hours. We're going over, you guys. Nora said, in fact, I should probably make slow mode. Is there a slow mode that's even longer than that? We're at 60-second slow mode. Oh, no, someone's changed it to 120 seconds. I don't like the silence here. So let's go ahead and start the next chapter to get some background music. And this will be like a nice teaser also for next time. And we'll see what it is. And next time, maybe I don't know if we'll save after that. We might just like go ahead and rewatch the teaser because I'll probably forget things. Start episode. Episode 2, the captive turnabout. Start from this episode. Yes. Yay. Nora said, wait, we were modelless for a few minutes. Oak says, stabbed longer. Oh, is it fully animated? Or no? No, it's not fully animated, I don't think. A bell? Oh! A lurking shadow. Okay, so we're in a... Is this a jail or a museum? There's like placards everywhere. I'm guessing it's like a former jail. Blood! That belongs inside the body. Oh, that scarf. Oh, that scarf. That's the guy from, Oh, never mind. No. Oh, it's a necktie. Hey, he dead. Oh, did Shelly the Killer finally get him? For a second, I thought that was a scarf for something else. Never mind. I thought the necktie was a scarf. I thought he was a different guy. Yay. I won't have to do that horsey voice again, except in flashbacks. Well, Shelly the Killer's a dog. What? If we were Phoenix Wright, this is the point I'd be like, we are going to defend a dog. March 27th, 10:16 a.m. Detention Center Visitors Room. It was a dog. He had blood on his face. Let's see. Nora says, stabs Logan. Quickita says, I shield him in time. Oak said, now that Katie's dead, I stab him again. Nora says, same. Quickita said, well. Crystal says, I'd command, breathe. Logan, breathe. Doc says, objection. Crystal says, oof. Nora said, Maud is back. Everyone scatter. Crystal says, wrong spelling. Doc says, I'm still searching for the perfect way to write about Horace's sassy little objection.
Shelly dog killer? Dog killer like longer with his kicking?
No! No!
Boo.
Ah!
B.
Ah! Thank you very much for the 10 bits, Shelly Dog Killer. Maybe, you know what I hope it is? I hope that Shelly the Killer is like a master of disguise. Remember how he was like, blended in with the Secret Service detail or whatever it was. And he was wearing like one of their suits, but still just looked like Shelly the Killer. I hope it's like a dog suit that looks like a dog everywhere except it's just his head. Just like human head, same, like nothing changed. That's what I want it to be. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. I appreciate that. Opinion over on YouTube. This is the part where I frantically try to read chat for like 20 minutes while all the lurkers leave because it's like he's not reading the game. He's having conversations with people that are not us. What is wrong with this person? That is not how you stream. He is a bad streamer. Let's see. Opinion says, my favorite AA character ever shows up in case 2. So I'm so excited. Okay, don't tell me who it is yet because I don't want to be spoiled who shows up. Says, no, yeah, that sounds fair. You've really made me feel welcome. Awesome. I hope so. I like making new friends. It says, rip bozo, lol. Let's see. Oak says to Nora, no, but Crystal is the chill mod who doesn't care about stabbing. Nora says, Oak, run! Grabs Oak and runs. It doesn't stop running. Crystal says, oh, it's editing commands. Crystal says, okay, me leave again. Nora says, stab salmonella. Quigator says, something to note, Logan. He switched the guns literally while we were doing mind chess with the president. Lol. Oak says, stab salmonella, not the character, just the disease. Guys, I just cured salmonella. Quigator says, add quote, I don't like it when it asks me obvious questions. Crystal adds quotes about the oxygen, and that one right there. Oak says, only 3 away from 400 quotes. Nora said, do you know about salmonella and why he's so horrible? Crystal says, because he's a disease. Nora says, no. Bubble says, Crystal, stop trying to speed up Logan's chat reading. Nah, he's far behind. Magpie says, I've only played Arkham Knight once, but now I'm playing for the second time on New Game Plus mode, even though I haven't played it in ages. I finished Arkham Origins, but I'm not 100%ing that because it asks far too much irrelevant nonsense. Arkham Origins was nice. I felt like the controls felt clunkier, especially like grappling around. Arkham Knight is nice, but oh my gosh, the Batmobile stuff was so bad. I think Arkham City is my favorite of the trilogy. I guess quadrilogy if you count Origins. Bumbo with the Hydrate Command. Thank you very much, Bumbo, for the Hydrate Command. I also see we've lost like a third of our lurkers. Bumbo says, Sippy, thank you very much. Nora said, Bumbo, why are you me? Doc says, my only thoughts on Switch 2 is why did they make the name Switch 2? Be creative. What would you call it then instead of the Switch 2? I think I seem to remember somebody had told me a suggestion for a name that I thought sounded good, but I don't remember what it was. Huh. But then again, like I'm sure there was a lot of confusion when the Wii U came out. And people were like, I want a Wii. You mean the Wii U? What was the difference? My kid wants a Wii U. Oak says, so real. Doc says, we're paying attention to the giant wang in the room. Then Oak says, add that quote. Bubba says, 1 hour left. Quigator said, thank you, Crystal. Nora said, why is Bumbo me? Beowulf says, trust me, if you think it's long, wait for DGS 1-1. You guys keep warning me about how long that game is. Doc says, the first case of DGS is ... Whew, ... Quigator said, good old GAA. Beowulf says, amazing case as everything in DGS is, but is long. But why is there's like an eyelash or an eyebrow here that keeps getting in my eye. Bumbo says to Nora, what do you mean? Nora says, bro. Quigator said, man, I wish GAA was on Xbox. I love that game so much. Bumbo says, I am not an impersonator. Beowulf says, I did it all in one day just so I could hear the Pursuit theme on release, so I should know. Oak said, what is Longa planning to do after finishing every AA game? Is like Persona, will he try to find something similar like Yangtze or search for a different game or something? I don't plan that far ahead. I honestly, when we finished playing the Danganronpa games like a couple of years ago, I thought the stream was dead. I thought everything was over, but we kept going somehow. Quigator says, Yangtze mentioned. Beowulf says, it's on Steam though. Doc says, objection. Quigator said, I know, but I want to play it on my big TV. Crystal says, oh, that was pinned earlier. Crystal says, you know that you peaked in popularity. Oh, that was pinned earlier too. Oak says they added brain rot to Logan Robo. Or Nora says, quote, for the sake of everything else on the road, for everyone else on the road, please don't. But I want to get a motorcycle. Did I tell you guys, like, there was a girl I briefly dated for a couple of months who she got her motorcycle's license. And yes, I have dated before. And as soon as she got her license, she immediately got into like a small wreck. It wasn't that bad, but like she fell down and hit her shoulder. And it messed up her shoulder bone so much that like the doctor's like, yeah, you'll never be able to like lift your arm straight up all the way ever again. It's like permanent impairment. So there's like a lot of bad stuff that can happen on a motorcycle, Nora. Tiff says, I'm gonna lurk for the night. I'm exhausted. Night all. You lurk. Thank you for the lurk, Tiff. I don't know if you're still there, but hopefully you are. If you're sleeping, have a good sleep. Have a good rest. Oak says, I never should have bet on Logan succeeding. Oh crap, that reminds me. I got to award the prediction points, don't I? Or I could just wait because you guys can't leave until that, right? Prediction. Looks like 4 people said yes. Oh, but 5 said no? But the 5 that said no didn't bet very much. That was a smart bet, though. That was very close. So choose outcome. Yeah, I believe. Let's see how few points you guys actually get for this. Prediction result is, yeah, I believe. And let's see how many points that is. Come on, show me. Oh, 1.7 thousand. That's actually pretty good then. I don't know how it determines that. I am very confused by it. Let's keep reading some more. I got to catch up to chat. If you're lurking, I love you. I appreciate you, but I am so far behind in chat and I need to catch up. But Oak says, I never should have bet on Logan succeeding. I already lost 12k points the other day. I don't need to lose more. Crystal says, what? Doc says, I was really worried Logan was going to be like, quote, I found something super funny, and then show a skibbity toilet. Oak says, we still love you, Longa. Quigator says, and now we're about to hit the final testimony of the case. Crystal says, in the game. Nora says, no, Logan. Quigator frowning. Crystal sticking out tongue. Quick says 2:05:35. Okay, I'm only an hour and 5 behind now. So I've gained 10 minutes. I'm doing better. Nora said, Fifth Wave is dystopian fiction book. I'm reading it right now and it's so good. Well, I do like some good dystopian fiction. Quick said, we're entering the third testimony at 2 hours. Quick said, you'll find out what's so funny about you when we start case 2. Don't worry, Logan. Doc said, I recently got invited to it. Are you enjoying it there? I don't know what it's like. Doc says, LoganRobo's certified funny man. And there was the Beowulf's equation. Crystal says 11. Crystal, do you not know orders of operation? Oak says certified DILF enjoyer. It said Vero, certified DILF enjoyer. Have we not seen Vero at all tonight? Hope Vero's back is okay. Crystal said, wait, no, 17. There we go. Bubba says 17. Crystal says 17. Nora said, I love order of operations, even if I hate math. Beowulf says, thank you. Twitter is dumb, saying 21. I feel vindicated for knowing it's 17. Wait, how do you get 21 from that? Is that if like maybe 7 times 3? So if you just do it left to right, if you do the parentheses but then do left to right, doing the addition first, yeah, that's messed up. Doc says, Logan, next time I have a math exam, I just join into a stream and ask you for help. /J. Sure, we have done math lessons on stream before, and those clips have done surprisingly well on TikTok. Oak says, laughing, Crystal forgot math. I was about to solve the problem, then Logan got to it first. Nora said, I miss Vero. Quicken said, where are they getting 21? Yes, the problem is they're getting 21 by doing the parentheses first and then going left to right, even though that's out of order. Oak says, have you seen Logan's various math clips to Doc? Every once in a while, he stops stream and does insane math, like the first AA game and in Omori. To be fair, that AA game, I did the math myself at 3 a.m. because I was up awake and couldn't sleep, and then presented it on stream, and Prince Paul destroyed my math by going, well, what if you raised the hand up like this? And I'm like, crap, you're right. Nora said, they do both addition first and then multiply by 2. Doc says, I've seen the insane rise from the ashes. We're talking about Persona 4 too much. I see the word rise, I want to say rise. From the ashes one and the Omori one too. Very funny, very smart guy. Well, thank you, Doc. Bill says, oh, that was pinned earlier. Doc says, I've decided my new Apologistice frame picture will be watching stream with me. Ah, that's really sweet, actually. Bill said they're doing 2 plus 5 before the multiplication. Quicken said the final testimony for the case. Doc says, dang, I might have misjudged you. Good job, Mr. Robo. Was that because I figured out the fingerprints thing? I was proud of that. I probably shouldn't be, but I was. You guys probably figured that out easily before I did. Quicken said, this testimony is actually a clue in itself. That's how cool it is. What was the testimony called? Did it have like a hint in the name? Doc says, Logan is legit super smart. You were just a few days ago saying I'm bad at everything. Oak says, I'm on episode 5 right now. I need to continue so I can get to at least episode 7. You got to. Nora said, Don. Oak, Viking, and I watched episode 1 together. Oak has continued on. Viking is seen all. I haven't continued yet. Nora, you're too young for Don. Crystal says, this is a Transformers question, Logan. Is S*** dead? Not putting his name for spoilers. I'm devastated. Why isn't he here? Oh, are you talking about in the 4th movie? Here's the thing, like, he's not officially canonically dead, but there are like hints that fans have said, well, there's this, and doesn't that mean he's dead? So, I don't know. Like, they never actually like flat out say, oh, he is dead. But I mean, there's a hint that he could be. Crystal says, laughing, 2:18:25. I'm less than an hour behind, 55 minutes, I'm getting there. Beowulf said, no, back to chat. Crystal laughing, Quicken said, Beowulf, why? Doc says, we're gonna kill Logan. If you're lurking, this has kind of turned into a just chatting stream for the last stretch. But go ahead, type stuff into chat. I'm just behind. I'm reading chat. Doc says, we're gonna kill Logan. Beowulf said, I have no sides. I just want him to read the defamation. Crystal, who is now purple, says, join the revolution, be purple. Quicken said, Crystal, no! Crystal says, purple. Crystal said, join the revolution, be blue. Beowulf said, time to ask my former gun store manager friend. Oak says, purple. Crystal says, purple. There's 2:22:22. I'm getting there. Beowulf said, hopefully he'll see that soon. It was an hour ago. Okay, so maybe we'll have a report back in chat. Although I guess they already confirmed it in the game. But still, Crystal said, Ookie, time for raid hunting. Oh, that reminds me. I need to double check. Did I copy those over correctly? Because Crystal did provide those raid suggestions. Thank you for that reminder, Crystal. Quicken said, and there's a clue, lol. Oak says, I'm so sleepy. Quicken says, 2:27. Sorry, I need to breathe for a second, but I'm getting there. Okay, there we go. Oh, and there's the Lord 5th raid. So I get to scroll down a little bit to where I was before leaving off in the raid. We were talking about Naruto stuff. There we go. Crystal says, let Logan yap. Oak says, my points. Lord Fifth says, I'm supposed to be a parrot from a book called I Shall Seal the Heavens, but I like Naruto enough to say, yes, I am a Hokage. You could be both. You could be a parrot Hokage. In this game series, we had a parrot who was a freaking witness in one of our trials. So if a parrot can be a witness, then I believe in the capacity of a parrot to be Hokage as well. Plus, like in Naruto, they have talking animals and stuff. Like, Kakashi has a whole bunch of freaking dogs. Naruto trains from frogs. Quick said, don't forget I have the guide. And I didn't need it. I was very good. Queen said, Logan, I have faith in you, sir. Bubba says, I don't think he's going to be done by the 3-hour mark. It was close, though. Lord Fifth said, not trying to dump. I have a recent car crash, more work, less sleep, and I've only just started to become more consistent with streaming, doing a lot better, being an entertainer. I'm sorry if the car crash and all that stuff. I hope you're okay. I hope you don't have like any serious injuries or anything. I hope that if you're getting back into a streaming schedule now, that means you're doing better. But I hope make sure you're taking care of yourself, Lord Fifth. Oak says, I hope you're doing okay. Lord Fifth says, yes, I am. Got a new car, but I still have tons of work ahead of me that will wear me out if I don't play video games. Well, just as long as you are being responsible with your divvying up of duties. Duty. Quick said, fun fact incoming soon. Lol. Doc says, in Edgeworth's mind, there's only one part of a gun, and that's the grip. Oak says, Edgeworth grips too much in bed to think of anything else. 239.03. I'm getting there. Thank you if any lurkers are sticking around for all this. Nora said, I gotta sleep now. Night-night. Love y'all. Good night, Nora. Sleep well. Have a good rest of your night. Oak says, what a big birthmark. Doc says, what a bright and beautiful birthmark. Oak says, good night, Nora. Crystal says, an hour behind. Not now. I'm getting there. I'm getting caught up. If you're lurking, I will catch up soon. Crystal said, night, Nora. Doc says, 6 hour slow mode when? Oak says, play game long. Quinky said, gambling is on the line here, Logan. Bubba says, he won't make it. Oak says, Logan said, quote, I'm going to be back to the game in a second. The same way a child tries to assure their parents that they will in fact do the dishes after they finish their game. Doc says his bare hands. Quicky said, during his breakdown, Knight is struck on the head by a number of objects. Oh, here we go. Many of which are references to earlier Ace Attorney games objects. Our list incoming. Okay, so I saw the Blue Badger and I saw the Thinker. I saw what looked like a package, but I couldn't tell what it was, and I'm not sure what else. Doc says gun tricks. Bumbo says he's dead. Okay, let me breathe for a second, then we'll get this list. Hang on. I've just been talking so much so quickly. Okay, so a horseshoe. Okay, that's just got to be for him for his horse theme. A Blue Badger doll, the Thinker clock, making him the only character to survive being struck by said object. A Captain Yugo piggy bank from Turnabout Airlines. Oh, that's right, I forgot. With the girl with the stewardess with the insanely plunging neckline. The box of samurai dogs from Turnabout Ablaze. It was a final evidence against Quirkus Alba, complete with a blood spot. A mallet. Was it a specific mallet? And the revolver the knight had thrown in the first place. So we're just assuming those were all kicking around the play, but that's nice. I love all the little Easter eggs. And Queen Katie posted a clip. Let me load this up with the clip viewer so we can see what this clip is. We can check it out all together. This clip is titled, oh, it looks like it's a spoiler clip. Like it's titled, it's from 7 days ago, Logan throws a dart and wins. Okay, what did I guess? What did I guess correctly? Let's see what it is while I have a sip of water. Now let's play a little bit more. But Wendy, good taste on her. She is purry.
Oh, are you? And here I thought you were the only second in command.
Ah, yeah, that's why he resents him. Do you think Knight is the guy who murdered Bastion Rook just so he could get a promotion? There are probably easier ways to get promotions. I was right. I forgot that I was right about that, but I was right. I will give myself a pat on the back. Okay, and once again, lurkers, you are the MVPs if you're sticking with me through this. Doc says, when he first proposed to him, ... in bed. Queen Katie said, also, Bronco's motive for murder is technically a pun in and of itself. Knights cannot be promoted, so his plan was a failure from the start. Oh my gosh, that is actually that is clever. If he had been a pun. I love that. Because yeah, chess you call promoting pawns. I like that. Oak says, Logan, don't apologize for needing to breathe. Just do it, breathe, take care of yourself. But I'd rather be entertaining than be healthy. Oak says, no, Bumbo. Quick says, Bumbo, no. Bumbo says, yes, Bumbo, yes. I only have 81 points at stake. Oak says, Bumbo is evil. I bet 500 points, and that's all I have. Bumbo said, Katie had bet 1,000. Quick said, yup, it's Shelly's card. Doc says, I bet a good 10 points. I will never recover from this if we lose. Quick said, by the way, Sir Logan, since we're ending the case tonight, mayhaps we could, ... have a sneak peek of case 2. Ooh, woo. We did. We saw a dog take revenge for all the alleged kicking. Oak says, yes, my points. Doc says, no. Crystal says, yippee. Bubble said, no, my 81 points. Queen says, huzzah. Yes, it does count. It's at the end. Bill said, wait, who got the framed photo of Apollo? They should try and meet Orion Akaba? So they can get assigned by him. I'm assuming that's his voice actor. I keep forgetting that these games have like real voice actors. But yeah, it was Doc who got it. Oak says, Logan, save. Crystal says, save or else. Doc says, do not save. Bubba says, keep stalling. Crystal says, no. Excuse me, Queen Katie says, no. Crystal says, yippee. Now give us our points. Oak says, I don't have the points to send Toilet Duck because of this, the gambling. Doc says, pretty lady. Crystal says, pretty. I gotta be close now, right? I'm probably only 20 minutes behind now. Queen said, Logan, don't forget the prediction. We won it. Oak says, what about me? Bubba says, 3-hour mark passed. Crystal says, but he finished the case. Sorry, guys. Bubba says he hasn't stopped the redeem. Oak says, Oak is a pretty lady. Queen said, the fan name for this case was the imprisoned turnabout. Oh, crap. Yeah, what did it say? It was the captured turnabout, I think. It's also one of my favorite cases in the series. It features... I can't talk when I'm trying to go this fast. Both my favorite witness/suspect and my favorite rival character. Enjoy soon, Sir Longa. Okay, Queen Katie, like even more favorite than Betty to Fame. Crystal said, this became a horror game. Crystal says, Horace died, thankfully. I did not like doing that voice. Doc said he can no longer objection. Crystal says, laughing. Oh, Queen Katie with 3 back-to-back spoiler clips. Okay, so let's see what these spoiler clips are. Let me load these up in the clip viewer. So this will give me a chance to really catch my breath. This first one from 7 days ago is titled A Nightly End. Okay, so let's see what this one is.
Listen well, Mr. Edgeworth. I would advise you to stay very still. It seems I will not be granted my audience with the president after all. Even with Mr. Nice Life as my bargaining chip. No, stop! No! Oh, I've just been murdered. I've been murdered in the dark. Oh, I'm dead.
And he did get murdered, and in the dark! Hey! I didn't even realize. Bill said, Crystal, please remove slow mode so Katie can post clips. Well, here's the next clip. There's still plenty of time for posting these. This clip is titled, oh no! Exclamation point, exclamation point.
You seem particularly aggressive when discussing our current location.
I'll grab the Knight survived. Aha, Knight survived. That was a bad thing. I didn't even... Queen Katie, how do you catch all these little things like that? That's amazing. And the final one called, What a Great Thought, Logan. Okay, let's check out this one. Figure out that it's Horace Knightley here. And we're gonna get him like, all right, you dead to rights, you did it. And he's gonna go, well, yeah, but I'm the one with the gun. He's gonna pull it out. And then somebody, either the president or maybe Kay, is gonna pull that switch, trapdoor open, he plummets out. We never used the trapdoor. Just hopefully dies. We never used the trapdoor. Water underneath, but how about falls down, and then all of Gumshoe's men that he got outside there all pull their guns. They're like, freeze, and then he tries to fire, and they justifiably kill him. Either way, as long as he dies, I think it's a happy ending for all of us. Right where he is now, in the middle. I mean, don't get me wrong. I am happy that a man has died, but I am disappointed that it did not involve the whimsy of a trapdoor. Those Chekhov's trapdoor, we had better be in that airplane again later in the game and drop through a trapdoor. Somebody drops through a trapdoor. I am like sorely disappointed that I'd like forgotten about it. But yeah, that was like Chekhov's trapdoor. Quiggin said, and here, Sir Logan, is where Bronco became the first culprit in the series to die in a case after being caught. Different from Dahlia, who died off screen, here he's a victim this time. Also, things that make Bronco dying more funny, quote, our game isn't over yet, being hit by the Thinker and living. He's a literal pun because he just got sacrificed as a night piece. So the Thinker still reigns supreme. Kukita says, thank you, Crystal. Crystal says, no problemo. Magpie says, the Batmobile stuff is annoying. And yeah, Origins feels clumsy, but good gosh, I wish the controls between the games were the same. There's a lot of little things that are different that throw me off. I like some of the designs. I like Bane and Joker's designs better in Origin. And Troy Baker does a really good Joker. Mark Hamill, every time he does it, he just sounds like this, oh, bats. I mean, it's super, super sad that Kevin Conroy died, because Kevin Conroy was amazing. But I mean, I'm kind of glad that at this time, at least Mark Hamill is now like retiring from it, because like his voice just can't do what it used to. He was the best Joker ever in his prime, but has just been on a decline, in my opinion. Oh, and Crystal with 2 more raid suggestions. Let me copy these over into the text file as well, because the other ones were far enough back that I don't know if they're necessarily going to still even be online right now. So thank you very much, Crystal. I am copying these over now. Beowulf said, keep in mind, DGS is the longest Ace Attorney game because it's 2 parts in one whole game. But that's the thing. You guys said that it was 2 different games. So does that mean it's going to be like 10 cases, 10 or 12 cases? Is it going to be twice the number of cases, or were the 2 individual games before shorter? Or is that a spoiler even to say how many cases it is? I shouldn't even ask these things. Crystal says, editing some commands. Quicket says, yay, I'm rich. Is not that rich. Crystal says, yippee. Oak says, thank you, Crystal. I love you. Also for slow mode, Logan, dating a girl, unbelievable. I have had girlfriends in the past. I am just not good at keeping them, and I'm no longer good at meeting them. Like, I don't meet people anymore. Makes me sad. I wish past Logan, which was good at meeting people, had the wisdom of modern day Logan to know how to date better. Bubba says they only gained a collective 191 points. Oh, so that was total for everybody. Let's see. There's some quotes there. Quiggetta said the clue was the reloading of bullets in the gun. Crystal says, what? Nar. Oak says, hey, Logan is not good at games, but that doesn't mean he isn't smart. Crystal says, I really liked him. Keyboard slam. Or is that another weird random raid suggestion? Let's see. Oh, quick. Crystal added the command, smart robo gasp. Logan did a smart. I love that. Quicket said, Miles tapping his arms while Logan reads lol. Oh, he's still tapping away. I know you guys see Edgeworth and you're like, I want to tap that, but Edgeworth taps himself. Quicket said, Crystal says, duty. Says, edgy boy is impatient. Oak says, breathe longer. Doc says, it's debatable if Horace was the only person to survive the thinker. I mean, look at him. I think that gave him a concussion. And he was like being led off by Gumshoe, but he was a dead man walking at that point. And they just dumped his body in there. And Shelly Tequila and Shelly Dog Killer came in and they're like, oh crap, he's dead. All right, dog, go ahead and bite into him. Have a good snack. And the dog's like, all right, thank you very much, Relly the Riller. That's how the dog talks. See, Oak says, you are more entertaining when you're healthy though, Logan. I guess, yeah, my voice sounded awful. During, I mean, I can hear it. I've been reviewing some of the mouthwashing footage from that second mouthwashing stream, and oh boy. Crystal says, oh gosh, Logan is too far behind. Nope. Quickity said, yes, even more than Betty. Quickity says, my brain is wired silly. That's how I catch things. And I appreciate it. Like, I'm amazed that you catch stuff. Crystal says, Katie wants you to suffer. Katie is built different. Oak says, someone quote that clip or I'm too sleepy. Quote what? Crystal said, Logan is close. Catching up. Magpie says, Scarecrow's design and voice in Arkham Knight is the greatest thing ever. Okay, yes, he got a big upgrade. And I adore the Arkham Knight's design, but yeah, I feel you about Mark Hamill and Kevin Conroy. One day I want to own an animation cell from Batman the Animated Series with Kevin Conroy's signature. Would you care if it's like from a particular episode? Do you have like a favorite episode? I mentioned before, like the Riddler episodes were always my favorite, but I feel like none of them necessarily had like the best animation. I mean, they didn't have awful animation, but they weren't like, there's some episodes of Batman the Animated Series, like that first Clayface episode. Oh my gosh, that's a good one. Quickity said, so true, Crystal, about the I Want Logan to Suffer. Thank you for the very checkmate stream. See y'all next time for beating up a baby. I'm excited. Doc says, thank you for the very Sacrifice the Night stream. Oak says, thank you for the very, so this is a thing now everybody does. Thank you for the very Royal Fork stream. It made me smile. Quickity says, woofy to killer. Crystal says, thank you for the very horsey stream. And there, I caught up to chat. Oh, what's that? What's the pring? Oh, opinion. Right as I caught up to chat, you popped in. Was that my reward for catching up to chat? At 3 hours and 27 minutes and some odd seconds, I caught up to chat for the first time of the night. Thank you, Opinion. Oh, and over on YouTube, he says, oh, I just realized it's 1 a.m. Gonna head off. Looking forward to next stream. I hope I can make it. Well, thank you for the follow. I would look forward to seeing you next time. Yeah, so again, if you want to see Metaphor Refantasio, that's tomorrow. But if you just mean the next Ace Attorney stream, that's gonna be on Sunday. So hopefully we'll see you then. And so thank you so much for being here. Okay. Let me catch my breath for just one quick second here. And I'm also gonna see if any of those raid suggestions from earlier are even still online. They might very well not be. And see which one of them might have like the fewest numbers of viewers. Oh, and one of them, I think did one of them just raid out? Oh, that one has a lot of viewers. And that one, wait, crap. Crystal, I think one of the ones that you gave me, the name, wait, no. Hang on. Was the name on that one typed down wrong? Yeah, one of them was typed out wrong. I'm sorry. Okay, so let me check these. Sorry if you're lurking. I'm doing business. I'm doing business. Okay, so it looks like it's gonna be this one here. Let me copy this over here and get ready. Sorry, I'm fumbling. I should have had all this stuff ready already. Also, okay, good. I was gonna also ask Crystal to make sure to disable slow mode. So here is the raid. There we go, and here's our raid message. If anyone's still lurking, I don't know why you are, but if you are, let me give you the rundown on everything. Our schedule, we stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays, currently alternating between this, Ace Attorney Investigations 2, and Metaphor Refantasio. So tomorrow's Metaphor Refantasio, we're beating up a baby, but don't worry, it's okay, it's just the baby's head. And then Sunday, we're gonna pick up here at the beginning of this new case for Edgeworth. And then, yeah, it'll be good. And then Monday, we'll have a new schedule posted. Next week, I think I'll have to check. I can't remember if it's next week or the week after. I think it's the week after I might have a stream cancel. Anyway, that doesn't really matter. Let me read a couple more comments, though, that are in the chat, because a couple more things have been posted. Let's see. Oh, and Crystal posted the link tree. Yes, if you're lurking, there's the link tree Crystal posted right there that has a Discord invite link, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, all the good stuff. Magpie says, I would take any episode just because I adore Batman the Animated Series, but if I had a favorite, I don't know if it's a favorite, but I have a lot of thoughts about Baby Doll episode. The one before the style changed? Almost Got Him was also a good one. Oh, I love that one. My good buddy Jimmy Mack, who passed away a while back, he and I had extensive disagreements about it, but I love that one. Said really there are so many good episodes. Chris says, opinion, welcome in. Oak says, I couldn't think of any other chess terms. I took the best one, Royal Fork. Doesn't even fit. Royal Fork is when you attack the king and the queen at the same time, forcing you to lose a queen, most commonly done with a knight. Doc said, I'm stealing lots from you tonight. Oak says, good night, everyone. Chris says, oof. Oak says, thank you for the stream. Doc says, good nighty. Bye-bye says, quick kitty. Oak says, I'll make you smile every time. Doesn't make you smile every time. Chris says, bye-bye, everyone. See you all tomorrow. Oak says, good night, everyone. Raid started. Bye, everybody. Bye. That was so close. And for those watching the VOD or over on YouTube, good night as well.